All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Market Prep. I hope you guys are having an amazing morning. Hopefully, you guys had a great weekend. Peter, good morning. How are you today?
Good morning, Carlos. I am doing good. Yeah, had a nice, relaxing weekend. Not much happened. We had anniversary events on Friday night, and then again relaxed through the weekend. So it was good.
All right, awesome. Yeah, that's right. Happy anniversary to you and your wife. Hopefully, you guys had a great time.
We did.
Um, All right, excellent. Let's dive right into it, friends. Quick look at our gappers list, and we'll see what's happening with the U.S. economic calendar. You can always check that over at tradingterminal.com. Today's gappers list looking rather green this morning, so plenty of stuff on the green side of things and a couple on the red that will figure out what's driving those tickers down today. But before we get to all that, Peter, U.S. economic calendar, what do we have scheduled for today?
Yeah, pretty light today. The only thing I've got is at 10 a.m. We've got what's called the U.S. Leading Index or the U.S. Economic Index, depending on where you look. But bottom line, it's just an indication of how the overall economy is doing. As you can see, it's expected to be relatively flat, about a 0.2% contraction. Not going to have a big market impact, I don't think. So, which means then we need to focus on other things like earnings. We do have a couple of earnings today, but frankly, it's stuff I see every quarter, but we never really trade. But we can. I'll maybe give you a rundown of a couple of them after we go through the gappers.
All right, sounds great. Yeah, let's do that, friends. Our gappers list this morning. A bunch of stuff on here, and yeah, let's start going through some of these. All right, first one on deck today is going to be GCTK. As you can see here, up 72%. Low float. I'm showing 500,000 on the flow here. Uh, Again, it's just something I won't be trading. Gluco track. Okay, I can see where they're going. Peter, anything fun on
Go
this? I
track.
highly doubt it, but what do we have?
Why so many ads here? All right, yeah. As you say, very low float, less than a million shares available. And I was expecting this to be news of a drug trial because, medical equipment and supply, usually it's like some FDA approval or a drug trial. Uh, but it doesn't look like it. It looks like they're just eliminating some debt. It seems that they paid down some debt and by the basically repurchasing warrants, which means that they've eliminated about $10 million worth of debt, which is good news for the company. But I don't feel that that's a tradable activity, Carlos. I don't know. We don't normally see these really low floats jump up with enough volume because of things like this. So I'm sort of feeling there's something else going on, but I don't know what else. I, I'm I don't know. There's not a lot of news on this company, so it's hard to know what's happening.
Yeah. All right, so there you see them, guys. Up 80% this morning, 11 million shares traded. How good this is going to be, I'm not sure. I'm going to skip it for now. There's a couple of low floats on the list. If you look at this list here, we got the one we just spoke about. We got some other ones here coming up. HSDT, UPXI, always on this list, right? I mean, here it is again. Was on here a couple of times last week. I'm not a big fan of it, so I'm not sure if anybody else is. But yeah, a couple of low floats here today. We got DPRO, and we also have BTCS, another one that's becoming a regular on this gap up and down list. So let's take a look at the next one. HSDT. This ticker is Helios Medical Technology, I'm going to assume. And we're up this morning about 65%. Hard to borrow on the downside. Again, another low float. 9.5 million shares traded so far this morning. It is in play, but again, Peter, this is not our stuff, man. This is really not our stuff. What do you think?
I mean, I think what they're doing is super cool. I don't think that it's going to be a tradable offering though today. Pre-market, we got a couple of these that have like just so like around 10 million shares traded, which seems really outsized for what's happening. Anyways, but this company, this Helios Medical, they're doing something really cool where they got this very novel treatment that they're going to be seeking FDA approval as a breakthrough device designation, where they do I don't even know how to describe it. They have this portable neuromodulation simulator, which is for stroke patients, and basically by modifying brain wave patterns, they're able to help them regain balance and to walk again. So still in the primary test phases, but while brain modification sounds frightening to me. I suppose if you had a stroke, okay, let go for it if it helps you regain sort of some sort of normal life. But anyways, look, still early trials. Technology sounds cool. Can we trade this thing? I have no idea. Like this is such a low float. Again, we're talking less than 1 million shares in this, and yet we've traded somehow 10 million or 9.5 million already this morning. So I don't know, Carlos. I mean, it's a Monday, right? We get some of these unexpected ones on the list every Monday.
Yeah, we sure do. Back on the list here, friends, we have the one that's been here quite a bit, UPXI. This one comes up. I mean, I saw it at least 3 times last week. It feels like almost every day. But here we are. It is up 15%, 2.3 million shares traded. Again, it is not really a favorite ticker of mine at all. I mean, it is just tough to trade. Also, lowest flow stock. We're sitting at 30 million, 29.9 is what I have here. So not something I'll be watching today, Peter.
No. No. I mean, like you said, we've seen it jump up on our list a few times over the last little while. But usually that was when they were issuing secondary offerings or something like that. They did have news over the weekend that they have. This is another one of these companies. They're a medical, these are an internet communication company, but have decided to create a treasury of, this is Solana, if you remember, and they say that they did buy a bunch more. They bought about 330 million worth of Solana. So, and they made money on it because they managed to buy at prices lower than current, and they have a 58 million of unrealized gains. I love, anyways. Like as a trader,
Go for it.
well, just counting your chickens before they hatch, right? Like, anyways,
Yeah.
to issue a press release and say that we've got 58 million in unrealized gains in under 3 months. Tomorrow you might lose all of that. It doesn't take Solana to, it doesn't have to move very far for those gains to disappear or double for that matter. But anyways,
Yeah.
if you like all of these types of companies that are investing in these treasury solutions, then maybe UPXI is the one for you.
Yeah, you gotta like this stuff. I'm not a big fan, as I mentioned before. Here's the daily. Has it been in play? Yes, it's been moving here. Increase in volume. I just think I'm gonna find better things to look at. Let's take a look at the next one. BT, another one that's been on our list probably more often than I would like, is BTCS. They're up today 11.8. It feels like they're always gapping up, and the reason why is this daily, right? This daily, they gap up, sell off, and they gap up again, sell off, and gap up again the next day, right? So, so you're constantly moving up here. As far as intraday trading, I'm not sure, Peter.
No,
you're saying?
like it's always to me it's always a warning sign when you see a daily chart like you get with BTCS, right? Red candles, one above the other. So like you just pointed out, Carlos, right? If the stock price was going up, those should be green candles, right? Pushing it higher. The reality is it's gapping up and then basically closing a little lower than the gap, but it's retaining some of the gap gains. But it doesn't mean you can trade it, right? It just sort of means that overnight the thing is moving, and then over the course of the day it sells off a little bit. So it is shortable. So hey, maybe you just want to create a strategy where you short this thing. But I mean, we already have 2 million shares traded pre-market, although the pre-market action does not look all that robust. So I'm not going to be trading it myself, but I invite anybody who's interested to do so.
Yeah, comments on BTCS in chat are not warm and welcoming, so it looks like people are staying away from this one. One of them from Nicholas says BTCS sucks. So I just asked him, hey man, did you trade this thing, and tell us what happened? Give us your story. We love to hear from you. All right, let's continue. So it won't be on my list. DPRO this morning. If I could type that correctly, yes, the fingers from up to get ready to start this week. DPRO today up 12%, 500,000 shares traded. Um, it's moving pretty nice here in the last couple of minutes. Again, daily has also been very active. Low flow, as I mentioned earlier, sitting at 5 million, so definitely on the lower side. Peter, they're getting some action today. SSR, you do have shares for short with interactive brokers. Not many, though, only 150, so I don't expect that to last long. What's your thoughts on this, Peter? But I gotta say though, the daily, see, compared to the one we just saw, UPXI, which is red, gapping up in red, this one looks a little bit more clean, right? This is more normal, I would want to say, if we could use that word, right? Gapped up, pull back, and now on the way up, maybe trying to retest some of these levels again. This looks a little bit more normal, Peter. What's your thoughts on it?
I still think they spelt their company name wrong, but because this is remember this is the Dragonfly.
Dragonfly, yeah. We gotta look these guys
Dragonfly.
up. We gotta look these guys
Yeah.
up. Hold on, let me see what happened.
Anyways, I don't see anything new. The last news that I had on it was from Friday when they issued a secondary offering. And I don't know. This is maybe just a dead cat bounce type play. I'm not seeing anything that interesting going on.
Yeah. I'm trying to understand the name, but I guess unless you look into their story, you won't understand. It looks like military equipment and drones. I don't understand the Dragan part of it. Public safety. Look like just yeah. I don't get it. I don't get how they're getting this name, but it looks like a drone company.
Yes,
Very
they
very
make drones.
high
They
tech.
make pretty ugly looking drones, by the way. But
Yeah.
anyways, but yeah, I
Yeah.
guess it's how
If you
effective they
look
are.
at yeah, if you look at some of the drones that they use for movies, they're not pretty, man. They're not like the DJI. I have one of those. These are like, they're effective, but they're not for the consumer. That's for sure.
Yeah.
They're not for the consumer. You probably could put a missile on this thing or something, but yeah, they're ugly. All right. I don't get the name, but here they are today. They're up 12%. I mean, they're low flow. I gotta say, out of all the low flows we looked at, this probably looks somewhat the best. I do like the daily a little bit here. Um, it won't be on my list, but it doesn't look too bad if you do like low flow stocks, Peter. That's my thoughts on it. But again, it won't be on my list. All right, moving down,
This is
another one. Yeah. Hmm.
anyways, this is the company I didn't realize Dragonfly. They operate out of Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, and I think the name might be maybe it's like indigenous. That's why it's probably not. It's
Oh,
not
okay.
referring to dragons that we think of. It's referring to something else altogether. But they don't make any mention of where the name comes from. So,
Yeah,
but anyways,
yeah, okay. That makes sense. Um, yeah, interesting.
anyways, yeah, we can move on. It's enough. You're on mute, Carlos.
Oh, sorry about that. SBET up here. Sharp Link Gaming, again on our list, up 10% here. 4.8 million shares traded. Um, a big drop on Friday. Friday kind of had a nice sell off here. So if you look at it, it was actually really clean. I didn't have it on deck, unfortunately, but really nice clean sell off. Maybe the fun is over, Peter. We're heading back down a bit here.
I'll give it points for persistence. The volume had just been increasing for the entire month of July. Friday was the first day when the volume actually dropped a little bit. But that being said, the volume is still sort of, much, much higher than average, with 86 million shares traded. So it was in play on Friday. Looks like it's still in play today. Yeah, like you said, I mean, if you're willing to short it, it was a good short on Friday, and you could have just ridden that thing down for a good $6, $7 move. No idea what to expect. There's really no news on it. It doesn't seem to have needed news over the last little while, but a lot of these crypto things haven't. But I don't know. Maybe today there's going to be some just general news in this sector. Um, yeah, I'm not sure when it was. Was it Friday? I think it was late Friday after the markets had closed. President Trump signed something called the Genius Act, which provides sort of some sort of framework, I guess, for the crypto industry to get a little more sort of recognition and legitimacy. So I think, I'm surprised we don't see more these treasury type offerings and crypto related stocks on the list as a result of that. But maybe they're just slowly warming up here. Or we're not. Let's see. They're all gapping higher, but not by much and not with much volume. So, yeah, maybe S bet is just leading the way.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking here. I mean, very clean trading on Friday. Can that continue into today? We do have 4.8 million shares traded. Float on this one, as I mentioned, it's a little bit higher at around 64 million, so not a low float. Yeah, I like this one. You know what? We'll put it on the list. I think actually we put it on Friday, if I'm not mistaken. It made the secondary list. So we'll make the secondary list again today. It did trade very well. I think we did like the way it was looking on Friday, setting up into the market open. And it traded well, but again, definitely wasn't watching it closely. All right, let's put it on there. Let's see what's going on here with our gappers list. What else we have here? We have a bunch more. Some of these are probably not going to look great. I could tell by the name here already. There's just not going to be stuff that's on our list. So here's what we're going to do, Peter. Let's hop over to you to save some time. What do you like this morning off this list? Any earnings gapping up that we want to get into today?
Well, I mean, we do have a bunch of earnings today, and a lot of the stuff that had earnings are gapping higher, but they're not stuff we like to trade. For example, Verizon Communications, VZ or VZ. Beat their numbers, had a good quarter. I don't think I've ever traded this. It does have 2 million shares pre-market. It is up 3%. But in my experience of watching this, it's not a great trader. So, anyways, had earnings if you're interested. Another one with a Z in Domino's Pizza, DPZ. Seems we're doing the Z's today. They're also gapping up 3% on virtually no volume, but that's again typical for Domino's Pizza. They actually beat on revenue and missed on their bottom line earnings, so they didn't make as much money at Domino's as they expected. But anyways, not even worth talking about. Cleveland Cliffs, CLF, right? It every once in a while will pop up on our list, usually around earnings time. Um, not a great trading stock. A miner, we typically avoid the miners to begin with, but they did have a good quarter compared to the analysts' expectations. And there's a whole bunch. There's a bunch of secondary banks, right? I'm always amazed how many banks there are in the U.S., Carlos. I'm used to Canada where we have a six bank system. That's it. There's six banks. That's it.
Hmm.
Keep it simple. There's
Yeah, it
like
is simple. Yeah.
there's thousands of banks in the U.S. I can't keep them all straight. But anyways, but how about Ryanair Holdings? This is one that we don't normally trade at all, and it's of all of the airliney type stocks. I mean, it doesn't trade any volume. It's a tough one too. The ticker is like a five-letter one, RYAAY. Ryanair. Anyways, look, they beat their
Hmm.
numbers. It looks like they actually delivered a lot more profitability than expected, but it's not a tradable entity. So, anyways, from an earnings, I feel like we struck out. There's a bunch of stuff on the earnings dashboard, but nothing that gets me excited. For the morning. In terms of our regular offerings, a lot of green, right? Whether you want NVIDIA or AMD or any semiconductors for that matter, except for Micron, because it's red, but everything else is green. Tesla, PLTR, Netflix, even that we were looking at on Friday, they're all green this morning. No news going around there that I've seen. It's all pretty much just steady as she goes with the markets being a little bit higher this morning, I guess. They're just, enjoying a little bit of a lift. So,
Yeah.
uh,
Uh,
Tesla
yep.
earnings, by the way, are coming up, right? Like let's keep that in mind. This week we will have Tesla earnings, so that should be interesting. I'll say because you never know, right? There's so many fans of Tesla that even when they have these horrible numbers, which the general expectation is they're not going to have good numbers. So, but it doesn't mean the stock's going to go down because they seem to always find a way to convince people that the future is much more brilliant just around the corner. Just hang in there. So,
Yeah, yeah, I agree. No, Tesla fans are real, man. These fans are
oh yeah.
they, it's like the Apple fans that they got. It's a cult. It's a cult. Like you either love it or you dislike it or hate it. But if you love it, it's like all in, man. It's like all in. We got John. John is our Tesla man here. John loves his Tesla. He sends us videos all the time of him, relaxing in the car, driving and doing his own thing, which is pretty cool. Um, but yeah, man, if you love it, you're like all in.
Do you know that today, by the way, in random Tesla news, do you know that Tesla's opening a diner?
Oh, Optimus robots? That'd be pretty cool.
I don't think it's I'm not sure. So this is a old school drive-in roller skates and rock restaurant at a Tesla supercharger station. So this is like 1950s style roller,
Okay. Okay, I see
the
that.
it used to be like the girls on roller skates that would bring you the tray and hook it on the edge of your car.
I
And
mean,
I
you're
mean, like
charging,
that's old
you know,
school anyways.
if you're charging, why not plan your charge around a meal? Yeah, I guess.
I guess so. Musk said if our retro futuristic diner turns out well, which I think it will, Tesla will establish these in major cities around the world, as well as at supercharger sites on long distance routes.
Yeah, I can
He's
see that
calling it
happening.
an island of good food, good vibes, and entertainment, all while supercharging. Okay, sure.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, listen, if it works, it works.
Yeah.
Um, all right, friends. What else we have going on here? I think we're pretty set. Anything else from the gap up, Peter?
No.
I was looking at Ryanair. I never flew on Ryanair. I think they're a UK company, European company. But I always
Yeah, I believe,
hear
I'm not sure UK,
how
but they're European.
hard their landings are. Is that true? Has anybody flown Ryanair? They I always hear how they put those planes down like they're landing in LaGuardia. Like it's always hard. So, what's going on there? I wonder if that's actually true or the reels on the social media reels are getting trying to mess my experience up here. But if you fly Ryanair, let us know. Let us know if that's the case. All right, let's see here. What else? Gap down this morning. Gap down. So here it is. Gap down. SRPT. SRPT. Let's take a look. Oh, so it is a budget airline, like Spirit Airlines. Here it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ben says
it
Spirit
is.
Airlines lands very hard. Yeah, but you know what? If you look at the airlines that have not had any major incidents as far as anything, right? Spirit and Frontier, the two airlines are the budget. So SRPT, Peter, what do you think here?
I think it's been on our list for a long time. I think it can, trade. It seems like it's had some decent trading opportunities. Again, Friday, midday, it had a good move that you could take advantage of if you're willing to short it. Um, I mean, I don't see any news to put it back. I mean, there's always seems to be news on this company. Oh, wait a second. Hold on. I missed this earlier. Um, oh, apparently the FDA uh, of refusing. Oh, interesting. Okay. The FDA requested that they stop selling a drug. Remember, the news last week was that unfortunately there was a third death related to one of their drugs due to liver failure. And
Wow.
the FDA, I thought the FDA would just tell them to stop selling it. Apparently, they just made a request, and Sarepta Therapeutics said, "No, thank you. We're gonna keep selling it." So the market is a little concerned over that, perhaps understandably this morning. This may be actually because I didn't see this article earlier, Carlos. This may be more interesting than I originally expected. So, like you said, well, like we could see, it's down 8.7% right now on 3.8 million shares. The price action, I'm just watching it here. It hasn't moved in the time I've been watching it, so it's pretty slow. Maybe worth an eye. It's tough to tell what this is going to do when the market opens, but the news is unusual enough that it feels like it could move at some point today.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's not good news, obviously, so something to watch for. I want to put it on my secondary. Let's see how that plays out. We do have shares for short on it just in case. Yeah, this news is interesting. I'm going to put it on here. I might not trade it, but I do want to see how this reacts when the volume does come in here. All right, back to our gappers list and see what else we got going on here, friends. And Bull is on here as well. Loving the comments in chat. By the way, over on YouTube, if you haven't done so already, hit that thumbs up. We'll really appreciate you giving us that support there. It does help us out a ton. But yeah, someone said they're ex-Air Force pilots landing the plane so hard. Of course, saying don't they're okay, but don't take your luggage. And if they could charge you for the air surrounding you in the plane, they would. So Anthony, in the last comment there, yeah, there's some airlines are getting like that now. I mean, they charge you for every single thing. I love it now when I book. I just booked my trip to Florida, and I'm lucky because my kids are all under. I forget the number that they have, but after a certain number, they could put your 15-year-old kid or 14-year-old daughter with some random seat, right? And I'm just like, that's ridiculous because now you have to pay for every seat. But since they're all under, I don't do that, and they have to put them next to me no matter what. They can't, they by law they can't put them afar or whatever. So, but yeah, it's ridiculous. They charge for every single little thing, even choosing your seat now. So it's just getting out of control. But yeah, let's see here. Webull is on the list next. Down 8.2, 1.3 million shares traded. Peter, this thing was in play on Friday. Did trade very well. Nice pop here from 14 to 17. Today, showing some volume, 1.3 million shares traded. Could be a good one today.
Like another one of these stocks that is sort of following the fate of crypto. Benefited last week as crypto prices were up higher. Feels like a little bit of a retracement today. I don't know. I mean, the volume has been high. The volume was really high on Friday. How many shares did it trade on Friday? It was trading 55 million shares Friday. So, if it holds on to even just half of that volume, it could be a good day. But I mean, it doesn't seem to have anything new. Nothing. No new news on it. So.
All right, there you go. Again, if you like it, there is some volume here. You are retracing back from the run on Friday, so it could be interesting. I mean, I don't have much on my list. I don't mind putting it on here. There's not really a whole lot. Put it on the secondary,
I can mention it this time too, like Bitcoin, for example. Usually, if Bitcoin's going to move, it often does that after hours or especially on weekends. This is a very boring weekend for Bitcoin prices. Like they barely moved at all weekend. Like very, very flat. In fact, I'm looking at a chart right now, and it was probably the flattest, the least amount of sort of movement that we've seen in months. So yeah, so pretty very boring for crypto. And Carlos, like you said, pretty slow in the markets today. So we are in the dog days of summer, I guess. We are end of July, beginning of August. We do see at least I normally see sort of a slowdown in market activity. There's not as much news. There's not as much business. New things happening, I guess. That being said, don't get lulled into a sense of complacency because we can get periods where very little's happening. We're not that excited about the gappers list. And then suddenly, right, things will start to move. We get sometimes the biggest moves up or down in the middle of these very slow periods. So, so it's just, you just never know when they're going to happen.
Yeah. All right, let's see what else, friends. We don't have much in the gap down list. Let's see what else is on here. QS, and then we'll look at Rocket Lab, which we have looked at plenty in the last couple of days. So QS, if I could type correctly here. There you go. QS this morning. We are, man, look at this list, Peter. So QuantumScape, up down 4.8, but it has been on a very strong move. We have looked at this before, and they've just been crushing here. On Thursday had a big day. I haven't seen this yet, and Friday that continue. This will be, they're trying to put in their first red candle maybe out of the entire month of July before the July 1st. I mean, everything is green here, just insane. So getting some pullback here. I'm going to watch this just because it looks interesting. I mean, this daily looks really, really interesting. So Peter, It looks just quantum stuff here. Anything in particular though, because they're moving very
Well,
well, and
well,
quantum
hold
hasn't
on.
been moving like that.
Yeah. Yeah, let's be careful. QuantumScape has been around for a long time. I used to trade these guys years ago. And this is not quantum. I want to be
Oh,
clear.
okay. I don't know. That
The-
makes sense because I'm like, where's the rest of them are not moving like this? Why is this one
yeah,
is? Okay, good, good.
they're
That makes
like an
sense.
auto parts manufacturer who has recently invested in battery technology. So yeah, they're the reason why they're popping on our list this morning is because their recent agreement to develop new battery technology with a partner called what is their partner, Murata Manufacturing, is moving forward. So good news for the company, but yeah, it's not quantum as we, as we think of it. So
Yeah, yeah. No, great, great stuff there. Unfortunately, I mean, it's been moving great. I haven't seen it on deck here, but look at this daily, man. This is looks pretty nice. All right, Jesse James is like, let's call HR. You could call HR me, but our HR is with the CEO right now. They're hugged up in a concert Coldplay, so you might not get them on time. All right, so sorry about that.
oh my God, the memes this weekend were
It's this guy's
absolutely
life is
insane.
over. This guy's life. He won't be able
Oh
to
my
work
God.
at McDonald's in the drive-through. They'll recognize him. Everybody in their gram. I was talking to my mom about this yesterday. I mean, it's crazy. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
the
It's crazy.
internet has absolutely taken this and run. It's I mean they're just every once in a while you get one of these things that just becomes an uber
Yeah.
meme, and this is one of them, right?
This is
The
it.
Phillies game, didn't they have the Phillies mascot who like sort of imitated it on their kiss cam, and then it just became a phenomenon. So yeah,
It's out of
it's
control.
yeah, I feel bad. I feel bad for his wife and kids because they're the ones that are
Yeah,
caught
they're
in
the
the
ones that suffer.
crossfire,
Yeah.
right? I don't feel
Screw
bad for him at
him.
all.
No, screw him. But the wife and the kids, man. Can you imagine? Like this is everywhere. So now you put your
Yeah,
kids through this. Like there's
yeah,
nowhere you can hide away from this. This is not local. This is not just New York or no. This is worldwide. Like this, someone in Africa is looking at this and laughing right now. That's how bad this is,
yeah.
right? So like
It's
the remotest place you could possibly think of, this is there. It's sad. It's sad. You ruin your kid's life for a little bit here. Um, but anyways, it's just insane. Someone had the same thought I did, Peter. Had like this panel on ABC, and one of the
mhm.
guys said if he would have just kissed her, this thing would have gone away.
Yep,
Nobody would have. But the reaction was so childish and unexpected that that's what made it like, whoa, what
yeah,
is going on here?
yeah, exactly. Yep.
Didn't think properly. Didn't think like a CEO. He thought definitely like a moron. But no, the decision was moronic to begin with, right? The whole situation is moronic to begin with. But let's not go there. All right, friends. Last one on the list this morning, RKLB. This is it here. Last one on the gap down list. Again, you could get that list over at tradingterminal.com. If down 2.7, 789,000 shares traded. It's been in play, man. It's been in play. Look at this daily. It's been moving quite a bit over the last couple of days. Volume is okay. I have not yet traded it. I have watched it a couple of times and haven't found an opportunity. Maybe today's the day, Peter. I'm not sure if you have traded it or if you have found anything you like on it.
I haven't. I tried to watch it in a couple months ago. Never really gave me price action that I found easily tradable. So yeah, I can't imagine paying much attention to it today.
Yeah, yeah. We'll leave it alone here. All right, friends. Let's take a look here. I think we're covered, Peter. Anything else in the gap down that you like that might not be on this list?
Not a lot gapping down this morning. I noticed other than a lot of the Chinese offerings are down. I mean, they were up significantly last week. Baba, Billy, JD, they're all gapping down a little bit this morning. They really, Carlos, we were watching these on Thursday, Friday of last week and thought, oh, like maybe Baba or JD could be, a trading opportunity. They really didn't trade all that well. JD was probably the smoothest of them, but even then, I didn't find anything like Baba was just. I was watching that on a Friday because a couple people were bringing it up, and it was horrible. It was just choppy, and impossible to figure out how to make money out of it, at least in my opinion, or based on my strategies. So once again, will be avoiding them today.
Yeah, yeah, sure will.
Yeah.
Um, they don't look great. All right, let's get to the chat. See what you guys like this morning.
Futu?
And
Futu.
Futu, where's
F-U-T-U.
Futu?
I
Oh
don't know.
yeah,
Adrian said
they're
Futu was a good mover on Friday. I see it really popped up at the open.
yeah,
Looks like it
yep,
was fairly quiet for the rest of the day. Not doing anything today so far, but
yeah. I don't see much volume either at the moment, so not sure this will be a good one. Um, all right, let's take a look here. Let's see what you guys like. Let's start here in our chat. So I'm gonna go to our chat and then see what you guys have on deck this morning. Uh, it wasn't me. The comments are great. Yeah.
whoa! Look at the volume on that baby.
Oh, which one?
Somebody in the chat, who is this? So Manfred Perth is mentioning PMN. Said it had some Alzheimer's news. I got to check that out. But called it. I mean, this is a
Oh
penny
yeah, it's
stock.
rocking. Mm-hmm.
But 90 million shares traded. This is a biotech out of
That's a
Canada.
lot, man.
Promise. They were granted fast track designation in the US for their treatment of Alzheimer's disease. Hey, I'm all for that. As I've mentioned many times, Alzheimer's is probably one of the scariest diseases to me. Anything that sort of rots my brain, that terrifies me. So you go, Promise. But I'm not sure this will be a good trader. Again, it's a dollar stock, right? It closed Friday at 44 cents. So it's up 220% again on 91 million shares. This thing is
Wow.
rocking and rolling, but just be very careful. With such a low price, it doesn't have to move much to get huge percentage swings. And if you're not careful in your account, yeah, you can get hurt hard. I mean, you could benefit greatly or get hurt. So just be careful.
Yep, yep. Extra cautious here. I mean, this thing is on in play today and rocking. I want to see it. I'm gonna have it on my list. I'm gonna put low flow risky here, so be very, very careful. I just want to see where it goes. And I'm probably not gonna trade it, but I want to see where it goes here. So risky. Okay. Let's see what else, friends. PM. Oh, we looked at that one. Tesla. Yeah, let's look at Tesla. Let's look at Apple. Let's look at what else we got going on here. So Tesla this morning, 1.4 up 1.4 million shares traded, 2.3. 2.3 million shares traded, up 1.4 this morning. So again, we always watch Tesla. It has been trading much better the last couple of days. So gonna be on the list for sure. Let's put it over here. Tesla is good. So that's great there. And then the other one we looked at is Apple. Peter, you mentioned some of these are just slightly up today, and we see it here too. Apple slightly up this morning. 2 million shares traded pre-market. There's nothing that looks, explosive here or out of the ordinary. Just slightly up. Their daily though, their daily's interesting on Apple, right? There's a little bit of sideways action here. Again, not a whole lot happening. There's nothing interesting with Apple. My daughter wants a tablet from Apple. I'm just like, I don't know, sweetie. We'll have to figure it out. But I went to the website, made me go to the website, and I'm looking at it. I'm just like, there's nothing here new. Right, Peter? There's nothing here new. And then it made me look at the goggles. I was looking at their little Vision Pro thing. Is that a thing? Nobody talks about it anymore. I don't hear nobody raving. It's just you had the couple of influencers that bought it at first, made a big deal about it, and then just I don't see nobody with these things, right? So they need something quick here, man. There's nothing new here with Apple. But their stock on the day looks good. I think I'll have them on my list. Peter, what's your thoughts on them?
Apple can be a good trader at any given point in time, but you're right. They've been very quiet on the news front, right? The last thing we'd heard out of them was the announcement that they were maybe abandoning their in-house developed AI tools in favor of partnering and leveraging other available solutions. They've been criticized quite a bit about being behind on the AI game and that their tools have been subpar. But even on that, they've been very playing it very, very cautious, I found. So, Carlos, I don't know what to make of Apple. I mean, it's still obviously a big, it's a big influence in the market. They still control a huge share of the phone sales. But yeah, they've just been very, very quiet. So as a company, right? And especially on the sort of new innovation front. So I feel like somewhere in the background they're gearing up for something big, but honestly don't know what that is.
Yeah. Um, all right, friends. Let's see what else you guys like this morning. Just looking at your messages here. Steve Galaxy, I believe we looked at that last week. I didn't like it as much, but man, there's dailies. What there's not to like about this? I mean, 21 going all the way to 28 in the last couple of days. 597,000 shares traded. How did it trade on Friday? Let's take a look. So Friday, I mean, looks okay. Volume is a little bit lighter than I would like, but I'm not sure, man. It's one of these stocks that I look at the price action. I'm like, I don't see how we trade this. So it is in play. Clearly, the daily is showing you that the stock has been in play. It's moving very well here. We'll have to see. You know, I'll put it on a possible. Let's take a look to see what it does today. What's the float on it, by the way, on this, Peter? And have you looked? Have you looked at it? Have you looked at this one
No,
before?
I mean, I did just look at the chart and didn't love it, but I see
Yeah.
about 128 million shares in the float, so yeah, it's got a good float.
Okay. Good flow.
I was
We'll
looking
put it
back at
here.
some of the stuff that had been moving last week that I don't
Yeah.
think we've covered yet, and there were a couple of things that were surprises to me, like Joby. Remember we were talking about it,
Oh
but then
yeah, Joby was great
right,
last
Joby
week,
ended up
man. Yeah.
moving, giving some moves over the course of the week. Big volume last week. Don't know if it's going to continue, but we'll have to find out. They're looking okay pre-market, but nothing exceptional. The other one is your good for buddy that's not ByteMine, but BitMine. BMNR that has sort of been not doing like if you look at the daily, look how flat it sort of went on the daily. But that being said, then look at the 5 minute chart on Friday. It's I don't know. I find this one so hard to trade because it was like look how choppy and ugly and doing nothing, and you think, oh no, look, it's going up, and then it just drops. And very hard to manage that type of trade, in my opinion. But if you were right on it and fully focused, you could potentially have joined when this thing dropped the VWAP and said, I'm going to take this thing short, and have ridden it down for a great move. But uh, I'm not sure what to do with it. All last week we were talking about it. All last week I didn't like it. So. But Rev free. Bite mine. That's what Powell said to Trump.
There it is. Just short this thing. Everything is red. Opens up, red. It's gapping up today.
Yeah.
Just short it
Very,
right out of the
yeah.
gates. I mean, it's just be careful if you do like this one. Be very, very careful. Um, all right, not much on my gap up list. What else, friends? Over on YouTube, what else you guys like this morning? Nvidia, yes, we have not looked at Nvidia. We usually put it on here, especially on days like today, was there's not a whole lot going on. Also, Nvidia is actually pulling back a little bit. 2.5 million shares traded. Maybe some a little bit of a pullback in today's trading action. So I will add it on the list. Nvidia looks good. We do have some big earnings coming up this week that we're looking forward to. We have Tesla and we have Alphabet. So we'll get an exciting week. I see DJT being mentioned in both chats. DJT is actually doing something. Let's go here. Look at this, Peter. Up 9%, 2.9 million shares traded. It is in play. I always find this stock difficult to trade, even when we're getting volume and it was moving well. It's something about the price action. It trades like a low flow stock that has like little volume. It's very weird to explain. You guys see me trade enough that you know that if you look at the trading action here, you'll see, yeah, it's not something we really like. But it's in play. I'm going to put it here next to NVIDIA. Hopefully today's the day. But again, I have a really hard time actively trading this thing. So let's see what happens.
Yeah.
3 million shares traded. Let's see where it goes.
They had a press release early this morning that said their Bitcoin treasury has reached $2 billion in valuation. Um, I don't. What concerns me out of that announcement is it says that in their announcement that they have accumulated approximately, and you got to, anyways. I'm very skeptical because this company has, they love to spin things. So, anyways, they've accumulated approximately 2 billion in Bitcoin and Bitcoin related securities. Okay, so how close to 2 billion is approximately 2 billion? Because again, DJT's history has been approximately 2 billion could mean 1 billion. It's approximately 2. Anyways,
Yeah.
and what's Bitcoin related securities? Like anyways. Whatever. Look, I don't know if this is going to move, but like you said, Carlos, it's often a very hard trade. Like it's one of those
Yeah.
where it looks like it's going to be awesome, and then it gets difficult. It gets
Yeah.
difficult to trade. So it's moving the pre-market though. 3 million shares traded. Um, maybe just out of interest, we could keep an eye on it. I'll put it here, and we'll see what happens this morning. But
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. All right, friends. Let's get to it. Let's see what's happening for our schedule. Today is Monday. So you can always get to bearwithtraders.com, click on webinars at the top, and you'll be able to see what's happening for the next 2 weeks. Someone is asking me, when is my VWAP strategy breakout? I saw that question above. We have to schedule. I think Mike is going to do it sometime in the middle of August. I forget the exact
oh,
date. Middle of August. So, yeah, it'll be happening. But, yeah, Peter, take us through what's happening for this beautiful Monday.
I'm just reading more from the president of Trump's media companies, DJT. And his press release says, and I can quote here, we're rigorously implementing our publicly announced strategy and fulfilling our Bitcoin treasury plan. These assets help ensure the company's financial freedom and help protect us against discrimination by financial institutions, and will create synergies with the utility token we're planning to introduce across the Truth Social ecosphere. There's a lot of concerning things in that one big sentence, but in any event, off you go, DJT. All right, let's figure out what's happening here at Bear Bull Traders. We always have lots of trading related activities and events to help you with your trading journey. You can obviously join us in the chat room, but it's more than just the chat room. If you go to our website, bearbulltraders.com, you can find information on all that we do, including the webinars that we provide every day during the trading week. And it's Monday today, which means we like to welcome new members. We usually get a lot of people to join over the weekend and then want to understand, how do I get the most out of my membership and my affiliation here with Bear Bull Traders. So we like to do a couple things to help you out. We'll focus on the noon bookmap meeting with Nathan. That's an opportunity for you to learn that tool and just understand maybe how you can visualize volumes in the market. It's a cool tool. It sort of provides these bubble maps that really gives you an idea of how you can sort of differently visualize volume rather than just using numbers and squiggly lines. Why not try bubbles? And Nathan does a great job of helping everybody through that and giving you the information you need. If you are new and you want to join the onboarding class that Carlos leads Monday evenings at 8 p.m., then it is actually a really good time for you to join. He'll run through all that you can get out of the Bear Bull Traders membership. It's a great time to ask questions. People often in big forums don't want to ask questions, and they're worried about looking foolish or unknowledgeable. I promise you, if you're interested in the answer, there's another group of people who absolutely would love to also have that answer, but maybe afraid to ask. So go ask the question. There's no dumb questions. There really aren't. If you don't know the answer, then it's a good question to ask. And that onboarding class is a great place to do it. All membership classes can join. That's in the onboarding room at 8 p.m. tonight. All right, and like I mentioned earlier, if you want to join us at bearbulltraders.com, just go to the website, scroll down to the bottom. You can see the different membership options, so you can join using the intro right through the Elite Annual. So pick the one that's right for you, and hopefully we'll see you there soon. Let's set a couple of levels, Carlos, and from the few things that we found, we're not excited about anything today, but you never know. There's always something to trade.
Yeah.
We rarely go, I mean, sometimes it's slow, but there's always something to trade. So.
Yeah. Agreed, friends. Not a blockbuster list, that's for sure, but let's go through it. Tesla is the first one on my list here. If I could type it correctly, is Tesla. What the? Here we go. We'll get it. There we go. We got it now. Here it is, Tesla. TSLA is the ticker. And again, just doing good this morning. Did good on Friday. Today, seeing some more strength going into, again, earnings this week. When is the earnings, Peter? What day is it? I know it's this week, but I haven't checked the actual date.
It was Wednesday? But hold on a sec. I can't remember, so I don't want to misspeak.
Okay, I'll do some levels.
Uh,
So you look for that. High at the pre-market 335.60. The low at the bottom is going to be 332.88. Again, this is
it is
Tesla.
Wednesday.
Daily looks. It is Wednesday. Okay,
Wednesday
daily
after the
looks.
close. Yeah.
Gotcha, gotcha. All right, yeah. So that should be fun. As we're leading up to that earnings this week, towards the bottom, highs and lows for the last two trading days, and then above, we are looking at a nice level here. 340 is the next big level I see. There might be some other ones in between here, but 340, you could tell there's a lot happening here. If you're still on, people are asking me what are some of these levels, these indicators on my charts. It is, if you look at the 5 minute, it is the VWAP, right? The moving average is 9, 20, 50, and 200, right? So that is what you are seeing there. Back to the daily, friends. Let's take a look at the next level is going to be 346. Again, we'll see if Tesla has the strength to do that. I don't think so, but anything is possible. We're breaking out of this area where before we had a lot of success getting pretty high here. Let's see if now we're going to do the same. Looking pretty good so far this morning. Next on the list is going to be Apple. Again, Apple's day looks interesting to me. Hasn't really done much in the last couple of weeks, but their possible breakout here can be interesting. We've been struggling in this area. Towards the bottom, you're stuck between the highs and lows of the last two trading days here. Previous day close, also major level of support. Towards the top, pre-market high 213. Above that, we have 214. And all the way up here, the last one, 216. I don't think Apple has that type of move in it today, but maybe a small breakout can take place given the way the technicals of the charts look this morning. Nvidia, it just keeps, breaking new highs. It did that last week a couple of times. Today we're pulling back a bit here. Actually, not really pulling back. We're flat, right? We pulled back on Friday. We're flat right now. Let's see what Nvidia wants to do. 173.25 is good. Towards the bottom, love the pre-market 172.37. Has not been the easiest stock to trade. I mean, here battling all-time highs. Do we continue higher? Do we consolidate? Do we go lower? It's just been very, very messy, especially the first couple of minutes. It does get better later in the day, but just be ready at those first couple of minutes, man. Peter and I would tell you, it's messy. You can see here again, start of the pre-market on start of the action on Friday. Very, very messy. Finally broke down, and then it goes into this consolidation. Like it gets stuck, right? It just gets stuck and does nothing. So it's been doing that a lot more often than what we would like. And I think we might see some of that continue if we don't get no kind of news of some weakness developing or some strength. It's just gonna just do this weird stuff as it just hangs right below all-time highs. DJT rocking this morning. We got a great pop today, up 8.4. Again, looks good. I'm gonna have it on my list. I'm gonna look at it closely. I don't think I have traded this yet. I want to trade. I want to be part of history, so I could tell my grandkids, yeah, I traded DJT when Donald Trump was in office, right? That's a good story to tell. 1992. It's so funny, Peter. Really quick, I'm running out of time. Someone put a post that says they had a picture of Trump and like something controversial, and like, what will you tell your kids? And I'm like, well, my parents are telling me. Yeah, it was bad, but today's worse. Because we just keep going downhill. So, but my parents are telling me, oh yeah, it was bad, but this is worse. I'm gonna say the same thing. Yeah, it was this time era was bad, but this is worse, right? Because we just keep digging down. All right, so that was an easy answer.
View of life. That's horrible.
Just looking at history, baby. Just looking at history. Repeats itself. All right, here we go. Above 2044. Let's take a look. 2126, and then over here 2232 as far as DJT goes, and we'll go from there, man. Looks good. Peter, tell us what our team is watching.
All right, our team is starting to get their lists in, and we've got a couple of common things that everybody's taking a look at. I'll start from the top and work my way down to the bottom with Lenny, who's usually in first and is today. He is going to be watching Apple, Google, Nvidia, Tesla, QBTS, S. Wow, this is I haven't seen that for a while. That was like Sentinel One. Yeah, I remember them. Interesting. All right, and XYZ. All right, Thor's going to be watching Nvidia and Tesla, as well as, of course, his futures contracts. Jared is going to be watching Open. Is that an actual ticker? Hold on. Now I got to check this out. Or is he just saying he's going to be watching the Open? Open Door Technologies. 93 million shares traded this morning. Wow. This is a moving low float this morning. But okay. Anyways, he's going to be watching Open, QBTS, Google, Tesla, and TLT. Andrew, is in with his list. Andrew's going to be watching Tesla, DJT, Nvidia, Apple, and CRWV. I've got my list in. I said I'd keep it watching DJT just out of interest. Brian, who will also be trading live with Andrew, will be watching Nvidia, Tesla, Apple, CRWV, and of course the market indices. And Brendan will be watching Tesla, DJT, AMD, and Apple, and Phil, Apple, Tesla, and Nvidia. I see Andrew's ready to join there in the chat room. He is in the office real early this morning, looking sharp. So he's ready to go, and I'm sure that Brian will be joining him any moment. Carlos, you and I will flip over to YouTube and keep our friends their company through this market open. Good luck, everybody. Trade smart, whatever you pick.
All right, guys, take care. All right, excellent. We'll disconnect here. We'll stop this, and Andrew will do his thing. You can see he's in the office there, ready to rock and roll. All right, what else are we missing here? I believe we're good. We're good. Let's see. Okay, flip these charts over. Wow, 3 minutes. I ran much later than I thought. 3 minutes to the market open. 1 minute chart, 5 minute chart, and let's get everything flipped up. Get my list in order. First one I have here is Tesla. Next is Apple, Nvidia, DJT. We're gonna make history today. SBET. SRPT. Just put it in the list on my watch list, friends.
I'm talking on mute. You think this is it? This is the morning for DJT where you're gonna?
Yeah, man. I think this is
history with it.
This is it.
All right.
Just make history.
All right.
Wow. PMT.
I hope you're right.
PMT's pulling back now. Still up 190%. Again, this is. I consider this a penny stock, so be careful, guys. This is like a penny stock for me. Yeah. Why did I put this on my list? Just to watch it. It's just entertainment purposes, really. So, you know what, Peter? Do you have Joby on your list? Some trader FTW mentioned. Do you have Joby on the list?
I don't know. Should I?
Okay.
I don't know.
I don't know, man. We missed some good moves on it. I feel like
I'll put it here. All right, I'll put it on the list. I'll keep an eye on it. See what is going on.
We definitely have the space today.
Yeah.
Well, what did you replace?
Google.
Google
hasn't.
Yeah, Google's not.
Google
great.
hasn't been doing much recently, so.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
It's actually not a bad replacement at all, actually. All right, let's see, friends. Less than a minute to the market open. Brian and Andrew are rocking and rolling. I see them good to go. Andrew's list is there.
Lost sound.
Sound
not
where?
saying anything. They have to. Got no sound over there.
Over where?
Oh, in the chat room. Andrew and Brian are.
Oh, they have no sound.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're good. We're good here.
Yep.
There you go.
Yeah, rock and rolling here. Yes, we are. No, we'll talk about my cam. My cam was not meant to say that Trump was bad. I was meant to say that it always seems like parents always say their time was better than ours. Period. No matter who party was involved, and it's true. Even I say sometimes. Bell. Yeah, ding, 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 ding. I'll be like, oh man, the good old days. We all just say that's just a thing, right? All right, let's see here. Wow. Joby, Tesla. Ooh, Tesla. Wow, Tesla.
Tesla just popped. Yeah.
Okay. Peter, are you gonna go short of this thing? Are you doing a rice and devil? Okay, no. Okay.
No, it's way above those levels. So
yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, I agree. Days are quiet. I guess it could be because you go in with a different expectation, right? Like, oh, it's not a great day. Let's see what happens. And usually your mentality is probably different. Could be. I don't know. Wow, Tesla. Do I
So
want to try a
parked here,
rising devil on this? It's got to pull back. It has to pull back, and that's usually when people lose money, when they say it has to do something.
Yeah.
But oh, yeah, it's too wild. Even if I were traded short here, it's too wild.
No, I don't. Mm. I'm looking
It's
at
way too
Nvidia.
wild.
I was hoping Nvidia would pull back below 172 in that opening minute, and then I could go long. But
Yeah,
now it's minute two, and I don't like it
man.
for long as much.
Yeah. All right, DJT. 1 minute golfing. Um,
SRPT popped up.
Trey, what you see now, what you think? 100%, William. 100%.
Whoa.
Trade this setup.
Jovi dropped off the open. Wow. Wow. Look at Nvidia drop. Dang.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Carlos, what do we do? I don't, this is the type of morning, like things are moving, but it feels like they're all coin flips, right? I mean,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
could,
yeah. It's
you could get in and say, look at me, I'm brilliant, I made a lot of money, but I don't know. It feels like a coin flip to me.
Yeah. I'm staying behind my 3 minute thing here, so we'll see.
All right.
What looks good, but yeah, right now, I mean, it's just wild. Look at Tesla, right back down to where it opened. I mean, that is a tough trade. That is.
You should have taken it short, like you said.
Yeah, no, I had a thought. It's got to come down, but no, that's not a strategy. It would have worked, but it's not a
No.
strategy.
Yeah, it would have worked this time.
Yep. All right, here's 3 minute mark. Apple could be interesting for a 5 minute ORB if we can stay above the VWAP. I do like the setup there. I just don't see Apple having the juice to actually do something quickly. I don't see them doing that. Nvidia could possibly be a short here. DJT, messy. Do we have shares for short? We do. Oh, 1.6 million. Okay. Possible short on JT, 5 minute RB. We're right at the VWAP. I can anticipate the move here and get in now, and anticipate the breakdown. But let's see. Let's wait. Although right now I would have been sitting pretty good right here, but let's see if we can get an actual pullback after this 5 minute candle close. There's so long to go. Those 40 seconds still. Hopefully it doesn't pull away on us. What's going on? In chat, still not
Yeah, Brian's there. Brian's doing good. Andrew, I'm not sure what happened with Andrew. He was there, and then there was no sound. So
okay. Tell you,
looks like
something
he
went dark.
started the room.
All right, I'm watching DJT for a possible 5 minute ORB as well as Apple long, but it's Apple actually is doing something. All right, here it is, 5 minute breakdown on DJT. I missed a little pullback there. All right, let's see it.
Why am I hearing static? Is that you?
Is it us?
The chat room. No, hold on.
Hope it's not
No,
us.
it's the chat room. It's the chat room. It's whatever's going on over there.
Okay. I'm short DJT here. I don't like that the volume is crap. I mean, the volume on it just died. It's like, where's the volume, friends? We're trading very well just a minute ago.
Yeah, I don't love the look of this. Um,
This is a Bitcoin news thing, right? I think it was.
they announced that yes, they had accumulated 2
Mm-hmm.
billion in
Yeah.
Bitcoin and Bitcoin related securities.
Okay. Let's see if that's gonna hold. All right. So short DJT. I don't want to miss other opportunities with this one only. Price action just got really funky on us. Look, we were trading very well, nice candles, and the volume just got lower and lower. This could be a good sign, though. Could be a good sign that the volume is drying out. Maybe doesn't have the juice to go higher. Nvidia also looking pretty okay here. All right, so we'll look at DJT, but I want to check out what's going on elsewhere. Joby did actually short DJT for now. Joby actually, Joby was a better 5-minute RB breakdown, much cleaner. Look how beautiful this is. That is really, really nice. Much cleaner than DJT. DJT is going against me here. I think 19 to 90. We had to stop out. We'll give it about 40 cents. Nvidia is doing this sideways thing again. Tough stock to trade here. All-time highs. All last week I had a real hard time. We had one or two really good trades, but overall it was like a battle every time.
Yeah. Tesla. Well, you were right about the sell-off of Tesla, Carlos.
Yeah, look at that. This is, oh man. Don't tell me I picked the wrong horse. Out of all the ones I wanted to short, I picked DJT. And Tesla's going. Nvidia not so much. Joby's going. DJT's just struggling. Volume is just keeps getting worse and worse. And that's when you see the volume getting worse, you see that type of price action. Hopefully this thing collapses here. But I want to look for other opportunities as well. How about you guys? What do you guys are into right now? Peter, you found anything or look at anything you like?
I mean, I'm watching a couple things. I'm watching Nvidia just move sideways here. That's I mean, it's still
Yeah.
early, but these last 5 candles have just been directly sideways. It's little unusual.
Yep. Nvidia, Apple. All right, DJT's trying to head in the right direction. Apple. And I also thought about Apple breakout. Man, I thought about some really good trades and took possibly the worst one. Possibly. We have to see. But look at this Apple go. Now, we were talking a lot about this 2 weeks ago with my mentees. We were having this group talk about, if you're in a trade, everything else looks good besides the one you're in, right? And that's what's happening to me right now. What you don't want to do is leave your plan halfway on the trade you're in to go chase something else, right? Don't do that. Usually when something looks great, when you're looking at it now, it's probably too late. Like right now, Apple is probably too late for me to jump on Apple, right? At least for my strategy. So just be mindful of that, because I used to do that a ton back in the days. Like, this is not going fast enough. Let me cut this one and jump on Nvidia or jump on Apple. And then my trade will work, and then Apple will come back, the other way and stop me out. And you got 2 losses for trying to be slick, right? It's just trade the plan, be patient. It'll come to you.
Yep, stick with it. I mean, you made the bet, so you got to see it through at this point. So.
Exactly. It's like betting on a horse track and then saying, the race is not done yet. I'm just gonna, not watch the ending. I'm not gonna care what happens. It doesn't make any sense. See it through. Let's see if it pays out. Lose or win, just see it through. POTR broke VWAP. Amen. Who's it? Amen? Amen? POTR. VWAP, yes. We'll need a pullback here. Nice, almost engulfing pattern on the 5-minute on PLTR. Does not seem like it wants to give you a pullback though. Seems like it might just want to go here. So I don't. If you got a break, I don't like it as much. I'll be honest. It might end up working out, but the strategy itself, I don't know. You didn't get like a nice pullback here, right? And then the push, just kind of like consolidation. The middle candle is just breaking out here, but it's working out. It's working out really nice.
Market is moving strong.
What about our secondary list? SBET, SRPT actually pushed up. Bull did a good VR breakout. Hood was my trade. Let's take a look. Hood. Yeah, this is more of the stuff I would look for, right? Leading up to it, the pullback, and then the entry here. Now here's what I don't like, and we saw this a couple of times last week. I don't like the previous day close here. All right, DJT. Let's do something here. I don't like the previous day close here. High of the day. It's just a lot of... It's not the cleanest move up. And we saw this last week on NVIDIA too, and it burns us a little bit. Like, we got stopped out right at break even. But again, we don't want to see this resistance area right on here, right? Especially the previous day close, which is such a big level, right? Everybody's watching it, so we don't want that. Oh man, this thing just died on me. I mean, and a reminder why I don't trade DJT. It's just, I mean, it might end up working out, but the volume is just, where is it? Where is it? MVTS Mega sending Carlos. What's MVTS? VTS. Oh, semiconductor.
Novartis?
No, MVTS is Navitas. Navitas? Sounds like a potato chip. Navitas.
Sounds like a potato chip?
Sounds like some cheesy potato chips. Is it? I feel like I've seen that in a chip bag in like a different country, like either in Mexico or in the Dominican Republic.
Okay. It doesn't sound familiar to me, but I mean, I've never been to the Dominican, so they could have Navitas chips there for all I know.
They have Navitas snacks, but not chips. Okay, it's not what I had in mind. Oh, look at DJT. She's struggling to do anything. So we're getting volume on the way up here. Not good. But yeah, if we look at NVTS, yeah, this is, I mean, it's rocking, friends. It is rocking.
It's always funny to me. I mean, just even having done this for so many years, like,
yep.
Look at Tesla. If you look at Tesla's chart right now, remember at the open when it popped open? I mean, this is only like 14 minutes ago. But that initial candle, how huge that candle was, or at least how huge it looked, right? Because the pre-market action was so flat. That first 1 minute candle that was like $3 looked massive. And now you look at it, you're like, yeah, whatever. Doesn't look that impressive.
Yeah.
I always have to keep reminding myself about keeping that perspective in mind.
Yeah, Tesla can move, man. Look at this. This is about to go red. Interestingly so, about to go red.
Yeah, and the market's going the opposite way, so it's really moving against the market. And then Nvidia, look at that, like it is dead sideways here.
This is what I saw all last week. This sideways action here, and it was so tough to trade. It was just difficult. I'm still in DJT short, friends. Let's see if this thing is going to play out. We don't want to go see above this level, right? Touching it's okay. Come back down. We want to see it kind of close above. That's no good. But I think this thing is just gonna go sideways. I don't think it's gonna give us a good 40, 50 cent move. I don't think we're gonna get that out of this one. I was hoping, but I highly doubt it. I was hoping for some profit taking down here from the gap up, and then it could do whatever we want us to add. But yeah, I don't think that's happening. We woke up Nvidia, Peter.
Yeah,
above the previous day close, above the VWAP.
Are popping up here. The Qs are just rocketed higher. So, and it's
Aaron.
Tesla doesn't seem to care. Tesla's like just whatever. You can go up market. I am going down today.
Yeah, Aaron. Yeah, Apple was one I was looking at. I mentioned the 5-minute RB on this thing, and I started watching something else. Unfortunately, but yeah, I was looking at this for a long, and it's just I missed it. Missed it. This penny stock got halted.
Saw no trades for me yet. Still just watching.
Turned to garbage, so nothing happened after that. All right. Nvidia. If we get a pullback here, let's see how it looks. Usually, I don't like such a spurt of the moment breakout out of nowhere volume. Usually not great, but for a VWAP breakout. But not sure. And no pullback. Very little pullback here. We're gonna end up with a nothing burger today, Peter. What's happening?
Maybe. Nvidia's gone green, so like you said, we woke it up. It did finally get a little bit of a move here.
What are you guys trading? I need having major FOMO on NVTS. Yeah, it's don't chase it. Don't chase it. I mean, you could trade it if you have a strategy. You know, if you're just getting in just for getting in, usually doesn't end up well. Usually doesn't end up well. You could scalp it, right? But you have to have like a not a like a random place. You still have to have a strategy if you want to scalp it, right? So following my lead, no, I'm not touching this, man. No. I'm watching for entertainment purposes. That's it. But the bids, the ask are there, man. The ask are there. What's the float on this one? Is it anything significant? MVTS.
Andrew's having problems with his computer at the office. He ran home.
Man, how close is he?
He was very just close. The office is like
I haven't been to his new office. Yeah.
Oh no, it's
no. Actually, no. I take that back.
It's
I have
like
been to his new office. Yeah.
Maybe a 5-minute walk from his apartment. So.
Yeah. No. I take that back. I've been to his new office. Yes. That's right. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, he's back home. You can see him here, back at the house. You ran. Yeah. That was pretty quick. That was really quick, actually.
I mean, he probably just walked, but yeah.
Yeah. Did he leave a tray open when he left, or no? I hope not.
I don't know. Okay. Yeah, I'm still watching things here. I don't know what to make of this market so far this morning.
Yeah.
Excuse me. My goodness.
DJT's not doing anything. Has become a nothing burger right now. Nvidia, Apple. Apple was good, guys. Apple was so great. I mean, this is a $2 move on Apple off the VWAP here.
You got some
So
FOMO for on Apple there?
yeah, I do, man. Because I was watching it for a
Roll out
long.
maybe?
Took my eyes off of it, and I'm paying the price. DJT. Would love to see us go back to the low of the day and break this 1943. Yeah, friends, I don't have anything I like that's not already gone. All right, DJT squeezing me. If it settles above this, I'll have to get out. When I say settle above, I'm talking about like if the candle goes up and closes above, that's usually not a good idea. I want this stuff to act like resistance and push it down. But if it doesn't, like here, it's no good now. Yeah. All right, we'll get out DJT. Reminder of why I don't trade DJT. It's just so messy. Oh, so bad. But I want to be part of history, like Andrew says. Apple, Tesla, Joby's the worst we've seen in a long time. Very, very choppy. DJT. It's just the volume is so low. The price action is so bad, man.
Yeah, it's hard.
It's the volume. Like pre-market looks amazing, and then we do this at this is beautiful here. Then this is the crap we do at the market open. Like, come on, you could trade better than that.
This is the crap you give me?
Yeah, like all the good stuff for the pre-market, and then mess us, opening traders. Joby's no good. Oh man, Nvidia wants to go, Peter. I think it wants to go higher here. That's a great push off from VWAP.
Does sort of look like it, but
yeah. Again, the problem with this one is sitting near all-time highs. Like it's just an issue. It's been trading very weird, very choppy.
Why not? It could just keep going.
Yeah. Can I
Well,
check the 1610 level? Let me see. 1610.
Andrew's trying Nvidia higher, Carlos. If that gives you any confidence.
Yeah, no, it's a great trade, man. I think it's a great trade because off the VWAP like that, it's awesome. So someone's asking about this level. What about this level? Falcon, please check the 1610 level of bull. So this 16, yeah, it's a perfect level. You place it right where you need it to. I mean, you have a lot of resistance here. We're testing it now. Has been resistance. Let me show you. Wrong chart. Here we go. So a lot of resistance here on the daily, right? That's 1610. So yeah, let's see if it can break here. Looks like it wants to go higher. Had a strong day on Friday. Day gap down today. So you got a possible second day play, but Friday was awesome. Friday was really good.
My head on a swivel trying to look at everything that I've got tracked here, but not seeing anything for me yet.
Same. Here's Nvidia. Nvidia's the best thing I see. Nvidia law. I mean, you got the 5 minute looks awesome. Boom. It's the best one I see so far. Apple's going sideways now. Tesla. What did Tesla do? Tesla's just battling with the previous day close. Could be setting up for a double bottom. It's kind of early for reversals, but could be, or it could be if it loses its previous day close, it could even head lower here. Like you could even drop further down on Tesla. Wow, I have nothing, guys.
You're still in DJT or did you get out?
No, I got out. I got out. I think it's still short, man. I think this is still going to sell down, um, or sell off. Probably better choice of words.
What's going on here with the market? The
But this
tech
is a.
tech doesn't seem to be moving, Carlos. But look at the SPY today.
They
Like
have nowhere to go, man. Texas has nowhere else to go. It's
but the
like,
market's moving higher.
yeah, yeah. The Marcus. You would think Nvidia would be off to the races, but again, sitting at these all-time highs, I think just you're out of buyers. We need more buyers for to Nvidia to push.
I don't.
MU's moving. What's the other semiconductor, guys? TWM? No, TWN. The Taiwan Semiconductor TWS? No, the Taiwanese conductor, right? Peter, what is it? TSM.
Oh, TSM. Yeah.
TSM. There we go. Got it. They're not doing anything. Uh, SBET. Let's see. SBET. I have that on the list. Yeah, it actually did trade
Whoa,
pretty
should
nice
be.
here. Yeah, so the markets are making Peter fall asleep here.
I know. I just
Peter's yawning. He's like, "What is this? What's going
But
on
the
today?"
markets are moving higher. It's so weird that all the
Yeah.
tech stuff is just not doing much. But so
All
what
right.
is? Let me
I'm
look
going
at our
short.
market segments.
I'm going short. DJT again here. Let's see if we could break down the low of the pre-market. We'll love like. Can you give me 19? Give us 50 cents.
Biotech, communications, cybersecurity. They're leading the market this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, you know what is the biggest gainer so far this morning? The Kathy Wood Fund.
Really? I mean, she gets a lot of criticism, but she does well, right? I mean, she wouldn't be,
Metals. Oh no, wait.
you
Metals is
know.
the leading industry here, up 1.9%. Okay, interesting. I don't know if you guys, by the way, follow some of the market indices. I was that's what I was just flipping to. Hold
Mm-hmm.
on here, and I realize I'm not sharing a screen. So, but here's a list of just they're sort of random ETFs, right? That I follow. Oh wait, I gotta pop this out. I'll put it up on the screen for you guys.
I got it. Got it up.
Here's here's a list of ETFs that I just follow. There's nothing special about these. They're just ones that I've come across over the last few years. And you can see I've got everything from the home builders to communications to energy, and it just gives me the percentage change. You can see almost everything's green except for energy stocks, travel. That's about it. Everything else is green. But
Yeah.
I'm saying the metals here is up 1.8%. Seems to be the biggest gainer so far this morning. So interesting, just to see what's moving because the tech. I mean, tech is up, right? But it's up 0.6%, which is about on par with the average here. Not huge. It doesn't feel like it's even up 0.6% because I look at Nvidia. Nvidia's right at Friday's close, isn't it? And
Yeah. Yeah.
AMD is green, but barely green. And a lot of the other stuff isn't really doing much. So, anyways, so that's that's what I look at. Tesla's red. This market is again the tech stocks are not. doing well, but the market overall is doing great this morning.
Yeah. Well, what sector's driving it, right? I mean, Spy's
Again,
obviously
soon.
going off some levels. Is it Apple? It's Apple, I think, right? Is it Apple?
No. Well, I
No,
mean,
it's not
Apple's up a
Apple.
little bit, but it's the metals. So a lot of the mining
Yeah, but
companies seem to be pushing.
do they have that much pull, man, compared to like Microsoft and Nvidia and
Oh,
everything else?
that's
Metals?
a good question.
Really? I don't think so. I mean, I don't know. I'm thinking I don't think so, but I don't know to be honest.
Let's see here.
Um,
Uh,
what sector? Energy?
what are the biggest holdings here? Nvidia, Microsoft, Apple, Broadcom, PLTR. Yeah, I guess. Must be Microsoft's pushing it a little bit. They're the second largest holding in the Qs.
Yeah.
Nvidia's number one. Apple number
Apple did push
three.
up a little bit, so I could see that. Yeah, I could see Apple, Microsoft are up. Meta,
Broadcom.
right? Meta's
Broadcom's
up.
having a good day. It's up 1.3%.
Metals use case and semis. Yeah, chips. Yeah, this all related, but I cannot see the metals alone pushing it so heavy like that, right? But if you look at everything, if you look at Apple, if you look at some of the big ones here, Apple, if you look at Meta, if you look at Microsoft, they're up. You know, they're up 1.5. So that's enough to get things going here. When you got
Yeah.
major things like that, Nvidia is sitting all time high. DJT doesn't want to sell off. Now that I'm short again, it stops the sell off. Like, come on, man.
Just messing with you,
That's
Carlos.
messing with me today. Yeah, it's messing with me today. Baba. Oh yeah, look at Baba. And yeah, Baba's getting better. Still have not traded it yet. I have not traded it, and it's been a while, but it's starting to get more volume. We're seeing that lately. I didn't have it on my list today, unfortunately, but looking at it here, I wouldn't see how I would have traded it though. I know, Sam, right? So much for history. I mean, I still made history. I traded it. Did I make money on it? Nope, did not.
Wasn't the history you were looking to
The-
make?
it was not the history I was looking to make, but we traded it. I can still tell my grandkids that we traded it. I don't gotta tell them if I made money on it or not. I keep that part out of the story. Oh man, but no, I think I have traded it before, and it was the same thing. And long or short, it just gets stuck. Like it's just the volume. The volume just dries out of it, and then you just don't get the flushes or whatever you're looking for. So try one more time here. Let's see if we get the breakdown from the law of the day here. Yeah, Alex, I am more of a Timu type of guy than Baba. What is Timu? Is PDD? Pindu? Which also is doing
Pinduoduo?
good today. Yeah. They're Timu, right? Pindu is the one that owns Timu, I think. I thought I heard that.
Could be.
Timu parent company. And if I heard that from here, because nobody
Yeah,
else.
that sounds right. But
Yeah, because nobody else in my family talks about this stuff. So, so I got it from you guys. Oh, it is, yeah. Timo is owned by PDD Holdings. There it is. Chinese multinational commerce group. That's a company that probably the astronomer CEO can work for now. They could apply for like something like that overseas. But he won't be hiring in the U.S. It's just that's
something
done,
you could
man.
apply for.
He could apply something like in China or something.
You know what? These guys, they have connections. They'll be a buddy somewhere that'll hire him.
Yeah.
Don't worry
I
about
mean,
it.
listen, he's made enough money. He could probably live off, and he's older man
Carlos?
already. Looks like. Yeah.
Sorry, you're at low of day here.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. Yep, I'm looking at it here.
GT?
Oh, I got
Okay.
your charts. Yep.
Yeah.
Looking for the
just want to make
breakdown
sure
here.
you weren't.
Oh no, I
Yeah.
got it front and center. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Didn't
he's
want you to
probably ready
miss
for
your
retirement.
partial.
He's probably ready for retirement.
Well, he might have been a week ago. Now he only has half as much as he did. So
His wife is ready for retirement.
yeah. I
Oh
did
my
again. I
god.
feel bad for her and the kids, really, because
Yeah,
frankly,
it's what.
she's the one caught in the
Yeah,
crossfire here.
that's it. That's it.
Yeah. Anyways, he's only 50.
Yeah, I mean, but that type of CEO, when you're making millions, 50, you could retire. That's
I agree. I wasn't.
Oh,
Well, I
when do
wasn't
you
a.
retire, Peter? You didn't wait to 65 to retire. You know, you didn't even
Well, I
get to
was 40.
65 yet.
I was 47,
There you go.
and I was never CEO of us that large of a corporation. Actually, I don't know how big astronomy is as a company. I was a CEO, but not of a large company. So
Come on, DJT, get down there. I feel like the minute I take a partial, it's just gonna flush down to 1920. There's some bids down there. Um, but it's just this volume is so bad.
what is
Yes,
it?
man.
Sorry, Andrew's getting all excited over in the chat room. What is he doing? He traded open.
Oh my
Wow. Oh my God.
goodness.
It's like a penny stock.
Yeah, I see that.
Nvidia didn't work for him, so he's trading this open. My goodness. Okay.
That looks wild. We did a very nice, timely, quick scalp on this thing, and that's probably all you could do on it. It's a scalp. I mean,
Yeah.
what are you gonna do with this thing here, right? So
Yeah.
he took it off the bounce, scalped it out quickly, and that's
Yeah.
how you trade this garbage stocks, right? You can't. What I used to do back then, I'll get in and try to hold it like if it's a 5 minute ORB. You cannot trade like that, man. You're gonna get burned so bad. You gotta take your money quickly, and that's exactly what he did. To the moon, he says. There you go. Good stuff, man. Good stuff, Andrew. Did he cover other losses today on that trade?
I don't know. He hasn't shown a P&L
Yeah, that's
yet,
a
so
oh, he's still in it. Okay.
so that I don't know.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna take a partial here just in case this thing decides it's not gonna give me any more. I'm trying to get at least 40, 50 cents on this would be great. He did cover all the losses. Great. That's awesome. That's what we want to hear. A 2 second, a 2 minute and a half trade or less covering everything. Beautiful thing. I'm trying to cover all my losses on my history trade here in DJT. Let's see if we can get lower.
All right. Andrew, how did Andrew hear you?
I don't know. Oh, maybe he has caps. Does the caption work? Oh no.
Oh, maybe.
Maybe. Are you
Could
doing
be.
that?
Could
I don't
be.
know.
Subtitles and closed captions unavailable. Well, then I don't know what he's doing.
Oh,
I heard you,
yeah.
'cause-
I know why they're unavailable. The reason is if we have the feed as live as possible. When you have it as live as
Okay.
possible with no delay, they don't allow you to turn on
Ah.
cabs. If I delay you guys
Right.
on YouTube even longer, then you can do captions. So I prefer you guys want it as live as possible. It's more important than the captions. So
That makes sense.
I guess it doesn't give the YouTube time to
Right.
to
Process
generate.
the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, friends. In DJT, we're almost at a good place here, but the volume just keeps getting worse and worse. I took one partial already just to at least protect ourselves here. Let's see if it keeps going lower. But there's so many better trades to look at here. Oh, Andrew's getting. He's feeling risky today, baby. He is doing his thing. Look at this. He's at it,
And,
partialed.
yeah.
Yeah. He's feeling It's not Friday. Somebody remind Andrew it's not Friday. We can't be trading like this.
You know
That is
what? Andrew can
risk.
trade like that whatever he wants to, I
Yeah,
guess. So
I know he can. I
he
know
seems
he
to make it
can.
work.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
amazing.
It's awesome, awesome. All right. Good stuff, good stuff. Um, he can hear me. Oh, so he does. He does. He can hear us. Okay. All right. So yeah, we gotta watch. But it's true. It's not normally you trade like this, Andrew.
All right.
Not normal. Yeah. But it's good. But if you are gonna trade low flow stocks, that's the way to do it. Gotta get in and out quickly. Don't stay there. It's not a marriage. Just in and out quickly, and that's it. So that's the way to go. Speaking of marriages, Peter, did you see the AI of Byron, the CEO, the astronomer CEO? They made this AI where they're hugging. It's a real Peter. It looks so good. It's scary how good it looks. And then he's like,
Well,
it's like an AI of them, but in the position they got caught in, and they're talking to each other. Like the comments are saying, like, "Oh my God, we're gonna get caught." Like, it is crazy how good it looks. Like scary.
they've yeah. Look, I've seen dozens of AA versions. Of course, now they've put all sorts of different people hugging each other, and some are
Well,
quite
that too. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. But yeah, yeah. You it's hard to know nowadays, right? What's real and
It's
what's not. It really
it's
is.
it's getting scary, man. I could just see the
Who's to say?
scams that are gonna come up with this type of stuff.
Oh yeah,
It's so wild.
absolutely.
Yeah, the Phillies mascot. Yeah, it was awesome. It's so many good ones. Man, not the way you want to become famous.
No. Yeah.
All right, what else, friends? What else? It is such a weird day today, man. What is it? What are we waiting for? What is the market? What? Well, the SPY. It's funny because you're right, Peter. It was last stocks are not moving well, but the SPY is just like this is awesome. Like the SPY is just moving so well here.
Right.
But
Yeah.
individual stocks that we're watching are not so hot here. Apple was good. Nvidia still a little bit sloppy. DJT one partial. See if it can get lower. Joby so bad at the beginning. The 5 minute looks just brutal. There's the 5 minute. Look how bad that is. So we saw better from them on Friday. How about you guys? What you guys are trading? Apple another run? Yeah, it looks like Apple's setting up for maybe a retest of the high here off the VWAP. I don't have a strategy for that, so I'm not gonna join that trade. But it looks like it might be doing that. Peter, you got a question in chat about moving
Oh,
averages?
besides the normal things, anything you look for in reversals? Anything to be wary of? Well, I have two main types of reversals that I look for, man. Props. One is the mountain pass, which is described in detail, and all the relative symbols that go with that, or a parabolic reversal. And parabolic reversals usually would be a precursor, often to a mountain pass. Sometimes they just, but you need a very strong move to a high of day, and then you get sort of a volume spike and an immediate reversal. Apple almost did one a little bit earlier, 9:45-ish. Wasn't quite, but those are really the only two type of reversal signals that I look for. And both the parabolic and the mountain pass have very specific signals
Yeah,
under them,
peace.
right? Usually it includes a volume spike. I want to see sort of a doji candle. I need to see level 2 information that supports a reversal. I'm not sure if this is what you're asking, but yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
All right, so DOT stopped me out. We gave the profits back. what we made on this trade. Not by much, because it's small moves. It's like 20, 30. So like we're not even getting big moves on this thing either. And it's taking so long to get at least 10, 20 cents out of it. So it's not really worth trading. All right, let's see something more exciting. Who's on the board? Sab Rider. Good stuff, man. I see you got guitars here, so maybe you're a musician yourself. Planeta Roxy. So Roxy, Team BBT. OSAM 49. What does 4930 means? Usually people put numbers that they mean. Don't let us know if it's your last four of your social. Don't say it, but just what does that mean? 4930.
That might not be a good thing to put in your name if it is.
Yeah, when we first started online back in AOL, we all did the same thing. It was like, you know, Carlos M, and then your birthday, you know, 0101, right? The 0184, whatever your birthday was. So we all did until we realized that, hey, maybe that's not a good idea. I mean, I don't think nobody put their social, but you definitely put your birthday on the username. I mean, did you not do that, guys? Come on, it's okay. It's okay if you did. Back then it was okay. If you do it now, then you're just not doing something good. But back then it was okay. Nobody was catching on just yet. Mine was always 6666. Oh boy. Like 13, number 13. 23. All the bad numbers.
All the bad numbers. All those bad numbers.
Who will put their date of birth in their email? Yeah, Nick. What year were you born? I'll tell you if you did or not. If you're 95, no, not 95, maybe like 90 and older, yeah, you did that. You did that. You got mail. If that was one of the things you dealt with, you definitely did something similar. Wow, what is going on? I'm not forcing any trades today. DHG did not work out. But if you look at everything here, like it's just like sideways right now. So any major news tomorrow, Peter, that we got going besides earnings? Wednesday on Tesla. Alphabet is when? Alphabet is, go to trading terminal. See what we got going on this week. Here we are. Go to calendar. You can see what's happening. So here. All right, so you mentioned Tesla Wednesday after the close. American Airlines Thursday. They're pretty good. They always get great volume. Let's make this a little bigger. They always get good volume, yeah. What is this? GE Vernova? That's a different branch from GE. SAP is big. Coca-Cola doesn't do much. And they're both. Actually, they're both. I missed it. It's funny. I was looking for Alphabet, looking for the Google sign, and here's the write out. So both on Wednesday. Wednesday will be a big day. And you got a couple airlines actually this week. American, Alaska. But American usually does pretty well. So. All right. I don't see anything. Riot. I see you guys mentioning Riot. What's going on with Riot? Yeah. Riot. Is Bitcoin the one moving the market up?
Well,
No.
It wasn't earlier. Let's check what Bitcoin prices are doing right now. No,
it's just
they're
Riot.
up marginally. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing significant.
What's the news on Riot, man? They're going parabolic here. Look at this thing, Peter. This is nice. This is nice.
It's going up. Coin's not. Riot is. Mara isn't. MSTR. It's just Riot. Whatever for whatever reason.
Yeah. Riot is writing. Powell speaking? No, I didn't. Is he?
No.
Keith,
I
I'm
thought
not
no.
watching. I'm not watching. I have. What you see down here? I'm watching Tesla, Apple, Nvidia, and DJT, and I just don't see anything great on these right now to join, right? But that's okay. There was some really good moves, though. I just missed them. Apple was great. Tesla was a really nice short as well. Look at this, really really nice. I was talking about entering a rising double here, but again, that was nice too. So a couple of things. All right. Andrew partially on Nvidia and adding long for the break here. Market just keeps buying. Yeah, we are. This market just wants to go up, man. Everybody's you know what I think it is? I think part of it too is that people are more I feel like people are more investor type friendly now, right, than what they were before. So there's more volume overall. Not saying day traders, but just overall, people are just more involved in the market, right? I mean, everybody's hopefully smart and wants to invest and and do that stuff. So I think that's part of it as well.
I mean, or is that just? I don't know.
Yeah, I think so. For example, like my parents didn't open up no 429 for me. Like we came from very, broke. Like we were poor. Let's be honest. We were poor.
Yeah.
Like my parents did nothing about finance. I have like 6 accounts already for these kids. They're not even 15 yet. Like how many
Yeah,
other
but is
parents are
that-
doing that?
Is that maybe just your awareness of the markets? Your social economic
Well,
status has changed. Therefore, you're now doing
That's
more
true.
what the wealthy do.
Well, that's true. But my brothers are doing it. My brother got 4 kids. My other brother's doing it. He got 3 kids. So you see, kind of like these kids are gonna be somewhat better off than we were when they're our age. So I don't know. I think maybe that's part of them. Just again, it's not gonna affect the day by day, but just overall money coming into the market, and everybody's got the idea. So it's gonna go up. So just keep buying. Like it's gonna go up, goes down. Just keep buying. I think there's more of that. Because think about it. Just within my brothers, there's 12 kids. They all got accounts,
Yeah.
right? So
Well,
every month we put a little something in there, whether up or down. We don't care about. Obviously, it's in long-term stuff. So how many other parents are doing the same thing, right?
well, I would argue that's maybe a family that's you're raising your socioeconomic status by getting smarter and investing. On average, is everybody doing that? I don't know. I
Yeah.
honestly don't.
But how about your circle? Aren't you guys doing the same thing?
I mean, I don't know. It's tough to say. I mean, I grew up middle class, and
Oh, you
would
grew up
say
rich.
that
You grew up rich. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah.
I mean,
Peter didn't have these kind of problems.
definitely just middle class, right? Like my dad was a government worker, my mom was a teacher, so we grew up comfortable, and
Right,
now I
right.
would say I'm definitely upper middle class,
Mm-hmm.
but
Mm-hmm.
so I think it's tough to say because I acknowledge that the circle in which I sort of tend to hang out are all people of the same economic status. So sure, they
Right,
do all
right.
this stuff, but they've always done all this stuff, and that's what they do. So
Right, right, right.
right. So
Yeah, this is a great WWW conversation podcast. Get into it. We have like a whole list, Peter, of all the topics that we could get into on
yeah.
that podcast that we're probably never gonna do, but we might. I don't know. The list is gonna get so long that we might not have no choice but to do it. Do at least one.
Yeah. I keep
Oh
saying.
man.
Anyways. All right, watching
There you
Riot. It
go.
did finally top here on Riot. Moved back below 15.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see where it's going. Microsoft is just going sideways.
Let's
We're
see
just talking about
here.
rates. That makes me think of what is the latest view of the Fed rate? 95.3% of all the analysts feel that the rate is not going to change on the next rate announcement. Coming up next week, by the way, the 30th of July. So, just what is that, next Wednesday? Next Wednesday, we should have a new Fed rate decision. It will be interesting to see what Powell does and how that conversation goes. So, that'll be something for us to follow. That'll be a big Wednesday. Usually it's a 2 p.m. 2 p.m. rate announcement, 2:30 uh, press conference. So
Oh man, Lily, you're funny. It's funny when you're little, you don't realize you're poor. You don't. This doesn't matter. But when you look back and you're like, when you get to a certain age, you look back like, oh man, we were in bad shape, But you don't. When you're a kid, it's just the world is so big. Like you're just focused on your little area. You don't
yeah.
realize the situations. Like this is what you know. You know. I
Well,
remember
and
one.
that's
I
why.
remember one.
Good.
I remember one time we never could afford McDonald's ever, 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 ever. We lived in one bedroom, all of us in the Bronx, whatever. And one day my dad decides to bring McDonald's after he's doing like his third job. He comes home, he brings McDonald's. We're asleep. Next morning, we wake up and we see that bag there. And we're like, our eyes just start glowing, like, oh my God, McDonald's. We run to the bag, it's empty. Dad said, well, you guys are asleep. So I ate it. We were like, he bought like one meal, right? So we were like, what? It was like the happiest and saddest moment at the same time.
Wow.
Yeah, it was just crazy, man. It was crazy. Um, yeah, good times, good times. But memories like that are just awesome. It's just awesome now. But then when you get old, you realize that, oh man, this was bad. This was not great. We've come a long way.
Wow. Yeah,
Yeah.
no kidding. If that's I mean, see, because yeah, I definitely grew up differently, Carlos. Like
Yeah, yeah.
my parents didn't really cook. My mom never cooked at all, and my dad cooked maybe one to two meals a week maximum.
Yeah.
And we ate fast food the other 5 nights a week, 5 to 6 nights a week.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, so for me, yeah, like fast food was nothing. Like, in fact, it got to a
Yeah,
point
yeah.
when I was a teenager. Like my dad would say, "What do you want?" And he would go to if my sister and myself and my mom all said different places, he'd go to four different fast food places and go pick things
Yeah,
up every
yeah.
night. And
Nice,
for I
nice.
thought that was normal, right? I didn't know that's
Yeah,
what we did. So
yeah.
the fact that I'm not 800 pounds is amazing. But I always had a very fast metabolism and I burnt it all off as fast as I was eating it. but yeah, and now of course I look back and I'm like, my God, that's insane. Like, what the heck were we doing? But that's what they did. I used
What
to be
was
able to put
I?
my order in with my dad. Can you imagine being 13, 14, and like, what do you want for dinner? And I'm like, I want,
Yeah,
Harvey's,
yeah,
McDonald's, Burger King, Chinese, like whatever I wanted. He's like, all right, fine, and he'll go out and get it.
yeah,
It was,
yeah. No, I was not part of the John Gotti era or family or things like that. No, 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 I was not part of that. But yeah, no, that was definitely completely different. Um, but yeah, it's just no, that was the American dream. Come here and make it work.
well,
Hey guys, how are you doing?
Good. How are you,
Carlos?
Andrew?
I was
Andrew,
Andrew.
act-
good morning.
Good morning, guys.
Yeah, you had a weird morning.
I had a very weird morning. Yes, I'm sorry. Um, I
Oh,
had a very weird morning. Sorry, I just echo was me. Yeah, I
Okay.
went to the office. I wanted to be a good man. I decided to go walk to the office and work from office, be productive. And microphone didn't work for some reason, and it just drove me crazy. So I walked back home and work from home. I guess universe is sending me a message. Let me also
Stay home.
share my screen. Yeah, stay home.
Stay
You
home,
don't
yeah.
you don't you don't need to be a productive person. Um, I had a pretty good day. Like Nvidia, I did two trades on Nvidia. As soon as I came, I saw that Nvidia is reaping. So I went long, built a position. Eventually, I got a stop out, which was really bad. But I came back on it, added more, and then I don't know, something happened at 10:20 that things popped up. But I think Nvidia now has the potential for the break of high of the day. So that was a really good trade that is still is going on. Open, I mean, Carlos, I saw that you showed it on YouTube as well. That was a really, really nice.
Yep.
That's a very profitable trade that I did on that. And Tesla, there was two trades that I did and I got stopped out on it. Unfortunately, that was my biggest loss. But for now, it's just Nvidia is going really well.
Yeah, my
nice.
best trade today was just straight calls on the Qs as we just broke the pre-market high and just it just continued to move up.
Yeah,
So
very aggressively.
yeah.
Carlos, did you trade? Peter, did you trade anything?
Yeah, I tried a couple of trades on DJT. Didn't go anywhere, man. It's just so bad. The volume died down. So small red on there. Still looking, but haven't found anything good so far. And now, Peter, I
Nice.
think you didn't have anything yet, right?
No trades for me. I'm still watching,
Good
but this is a
self-control.
good setup for a little bit later for me. So yeah.
Peter, be careful when you're going to concert with other people. It's very important to be
Just
careful.
not, and just don't go to Coldplay. Go to something somewhere else.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
know you recently
exactly.
had the anniversary, so make sure that you're.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Got to remember the jumbotron is always active.
It
Hey,
wasn't really that
hey,
bad. Like
Yeah.
this guy's life destroyed. I think I feel bad for him. Like it shouldn't
no,
be like firing from his job. Although I don't know. I mean, the
no,
corporates,
man.
corporate is a different story. Like the corporate rules they have.
Yeah, you make
Yeah.
your bed, man. I feel bad
Yeah,
for
but
his
it's a
wife and
one mistake.
kids.
Like everybody's making mistake. Like
No,
he
no,
didn't kill
no.
anybody. Like he just wanted to have a good
He
day. Yes.
I think he was making the mistake over and over again. This is just when he got caught.
That's true. Like the head of HR was bad because the HR job is to make sure there's no romantic relationship in the company, and so that's bad.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
But if it's like the CTO of the company, we'll say, oh, okay, yeah, they like each other. Uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
anyways, all right. Any question, guys? Any question about the trades that we did today? Market is pretty good. The SPY is making all-time high. Qs are making all-time high. TLT, which is the bonds are reaping. I have a lot of bonds in my portfolio. That's great. The rates are coming down. The oil is down. I don't know why.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, TLT is up a lot, which means bond prices are up, which means yields are down.
Yeah, bonds are amazing. Yeah, if NVIDIA break a high of the day, then life would be amazing. So, Mr. Traveler is asking a question that is it safe to market will not pull back anytime soon? Absolutely not. You can not say that the market is not pulling back anytime soon. You never know what's going to happen. And the financial market has the volatility. If you want to invest in there long term, you have to really increase your horizon. Tomorrow, market can drop 10%. You never know, either a policy or a natural disaster or war or something. So you have to be prepared for volatility. And that was my mistake that, for example, in the Liberation Day, I didn't count that we're going to see another 1987, Black, Monday or something like that. It's more, volatility can come anytime. You have to be ready for that. And the pullback, it's very healthy for the market. And you just have to have that's why excessive leverage is really good until it's not. All right, so NVIDIA is going to go for the break of high today, I hope.
Looks like it.
Yes, actually, the new book is almost ready. Yeah, again, this week, Monday is it? Yeah, I'll probably publish it this week. Yeah, the cover is ready, everything is ready. Yeah, we're gonna have for the launch, we're gonna have Crede and I a YouTube maybe live that she talks about her chapter about mental edge and how to build your psychological advantage over the market. The cover design, yes, I think I actually did eventually. Like, I was going back and forth today with the person, with the final designer. Actually, I changed the style a little bit, so that's why the only reason that it's really holding it is the cover design, but it's great. So Samid, I did go stop out. There you go. I did go stopped out. So this NVIDIA this is a second trade. So this was my first trade. I did get a stopped out. So as you see, there is a red here. And then I went back in there because I thought that, you know, I don't know what I saw, but I went back in there and added more 2 times heavy here in this area. I think NVIDIA is good. Actually, not it's worth to sell some here, 173.09. But I think there's a good chance that go to one break of high of the day. Brian, you're quiet. What are you trading?
I'm just trying to figure out what there's this trade here, and I'm really not seeing anything I like. SPY looks like it's kind of pulling back a bit here, but it's been so strong. How is everyone's day today? AMD is up again. Yeah, up. AMD's at high of day. Yeah, these opening range breakouts on the indexes are um, proving to be pretty reliable to trade. Usually, what I do before the open is I just set a couple lines up: pre-market high, pre-market low, and just watch them to see if there's a breakout. Yeah, SPY is above R6. Same with Qs.
Jared, what did you trade? I know you mentioned open and open is going up again. Wow, open is really
Yeah,
squeezing. We got some long open just for fun. 331, 332. Careful of your share size, guys, on this. Let's see this one is going for the breakup high of the day or not.
this was high of day right here. So
Just to be part of
not
history.
really, not really an ideal entry.
Oh, there you go. Let's see if you can go for the breakup high of the day.
Just did 920 on the SPY and the Qs.
The liquidity on open is up. Is it really a Wall Street bets move, or actually there is fundamental news on that?
I don't know. Getting a lot of chatter, that's for sure, on stock twits.
That would be cool if you can see that. Adding a little more on that. That would be cool if you can do a live. Oh, there you go. Break of high of the day on it. Just be careful of your share size, guys. This is not that stock that it drops like $1 on you because it's a higher float, but it's still a lower price. A little bit tricky to uh, mm, 333.
Yeah, this has been, there's been a lot of speculative bet ideas posted to subreddit on Wall Street Bets.
Break of oh, there you go. Partialing 340, guys. It's beautiful. Ah, beautiful. Let's see if you can actually can continue toward 340. Jared, how's the option chain activity on it? Do you see any potential gamma squeeze? Nice, guys. Let's see if you can actually continue the high of the day. I mean, my entry is not great, but let's see if you can actually go through 350 just to be part of history. That's nice. Come on, come on, come on, come on, through 40. Beautiful.
Yeah, there's a lot of a lot of open interest around 250.
Yeah, nice. 250 on what?
Open.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. I know
Getting a
something
pullback now
happened.
on the SPY and the Qs.
Yeah, it's amazing. Let's see. I'm still long on Apple, on Open and NVIDIA. I'm still long on NVIDIA too. Let's see where the NVIDIA is. NVIDIA is pulling back. I might actually get out of NVIDIA. So I'm all out of NVIDIA.
Hmm. I'm just not seeing anything I really want to trade now. Um, Coin is back at high of day.
All right, let's see what Open is doing. Is going to go to 350 or not. Jared. High volume everything on call side.
Yeah, there's a lot more open interest. There's a lot more contracts on the call side for sure.
All right, let's see. Let's see if Open is going to go to 345 or not. Actually, worth adding a little bit more here, 341. Let's see if you can get to 350. My new average is 333. So I don't know. It's a little bit tricky because my entry is not great. But oh, there you go. Nice. Nice. 345. Getting out. Beauty. Let's see if we can get to 350. There you go. 350. I think we're going to get to 350. Let me put some order on 350 on Open.
There's a huge number of orders at 350.
Yeah, I'm going to sell 5,000 shares on 350. Uh, so I'm going to put 5,000 at 350. Put the order at 350, 5,000 shares. Let's see. I guess Gary was right. 375. Hmm. Brian.
373 was
Trading terminal doesn't have level 2 right now, but we are building the book map for trading terminal. The goal is by the end of September is going to be launched. So the problem with the level 2 is there's a lot of data going into things, and the browser-based softwares are a little bit limited in the processing all of this data. That's why, like for example, DAS or Bookmap and everything, these are the programs that you actually download it on your computer because you have a better memory and processing power. Oh, there you go, Phil, 350 on open. Yes, 355 would be nice. Yes, nice. 355, nice. Wow, beautiful. It's like 20%.
crazy.
NVIDIA, what is NVIDIA doing? I got out of it. Yeah,
Yeah,
NVIDIA
it's not
is
doing
dead.
much. It's just
Yeah, NVIDIA
pulled
is
back.
dead. Yeah, NVIDIA is garbage. Tesla is garbage. Only open. Opens the new opportunity for us.
Hmm.
Opened up a lot of opportunity for us today. All right, 355. Let's go to 360. Nice. Brian, you're quiet.
Yeah, I'm just like I said, I'm just looking for something to trade here. I'm not really keen on this open.
Let me put some order at 360. What do you think, Brian? I'm gonna put 2,000 shares at 360.
It's a fairly big order, 360.
Nice. 360. There you go. Big ask and 360 as well. So got filled. Wow. Beautiful. Oh, oh, amazing. Amazing. Wow. Nice guy. You're right. 375. We're gonna get there. I made a fortune on it, guys. Wow. Live on YouTube. What a beautiful day. What a beautiful day to be alive. All right, 370.
It might even go to $4.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised at all. Like I'm gonna sell 375, another 2,000 shares. The squeeze is on. Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, there's definitely short squeeze for sure. We got
Just doing great.
no shares to borrow.
You just don't shorts. That's it. You do not do this.
It's another GameStop.
Beautiful. Wow. What a great trading day. So this is MP. This is not really a small cap. This is actually medium float stock, like 650 million shares float, and that's what I love it. That's why I'm trading it, because it doesn't drop, $1 on you. The volume, is really good. The liquidity. Look at the order flow. Look at the level 2. There's so many liquidity in different levels. This is not like a 2 million or 5 million or 10 million float. This is 650 million float. So it's a lower price, and I'm avoiding the lower price stocks. But this one, that's why I traded twice. So Jared was talking about it at the open. Gary L was also talking about it at the open. So
Yeah, it's been in play. It was in play all last week too.
what a beautiful day.
Cardio, high of day. I was kind of watching CoreWeave, didn't really do much.
Nice, guys. Any question, guys, about the trades that we did so far? I think open is gonna hit the 375. But is there any question, anything that we can help with while we are waiting?
Oh, nice. That'd be good, amen.
Def, yes. So I still in the lower prices stocks. I'm gonna go. I think this one. Like I've been up like maybe 20,000 shares or something like that in that, and that's the max that I went there. But the moves are great. Like 20,000, 30,000 shares is just gives you a lot.
Yeah, look at this thing.
Like look at that, 375. I'm gonna get filled live on YouTube. Come on. What the hell? What about me? What? That's not fair. This is BS. Mr. Interactive Brokers. Yeah, well, such is life. It's not gonna You're not gonna get filled. That would be so bad if I didn't. Yeah, Steve, volume spikes definitely is very important. Like for example, look at the S&P 500 at 1020. Do you see that big volume spike? You really want to see those volume spikes.
MRK, Merck Health Canada approves Merck's Keytruda in combination with chemo radiotherapy for advanced cervical cancer, Michael Romeo Kilo. DEVS, Devstream secures $300 million in senior secured convertible notes to drive digital and sustainability strategy. That's Delta Echo Victor Sandy.
Is it possible to be successful without bookmap or level 2 data? Yes, absolutely, Kumar. You can be a successful trader without bookmap or level 2. You just have to build your system around it.
Yeah, you don't need, they're all just tools, and you don't need, depending on what your book or your trade book is, you don't necessarily need all these extra tools.
Hey, how are you, Nathan? This is the man here. Yeah. So I think Paul is in the airport and he has some issues. Nathan is coming for YouTube. Yeah, stuck in security. Nathan is a guy. If anyone has questions about bookmap, market liquidity, and everything, Nathan is the guy. And in 2 months, when we launch bookmap for Trading Terminal, Nate is going to actually come up and define a completely new program around it for us. So I'm actually super excited to have Nathan more involved with that. But thanks, yeah, Nate. For now, I'm just gonna say goodbye to people in the YouTube. I still have open, and I'm gonna put some orders 375 and potentially 4. So it was a really good profitable day for me. And handing it over to Paris and Gary in the chat room, and YouTube to our bookmap guy.
Yes. Yeah,
Ciao,
hope
ciao.
everyone had a good morning, and yeah, that's it's pretty easy trade today with the Qs. So market keeps ripping higher.
So what's going on, YouTube? How are you guys today? Thor is stuck in security at the airport, so he asked me to fill in to see if he can get through and then try to come on here in a little bit. I've not really done much today, trying to get into some ES and Q trades, but I don't know if it's going to come back and get my order. ES is starting to come back a little bit. So not too thrilled on this volume profile here. Let's see. Yeah, we've got some buying. We started to push down a little bit. I like that we filled this gap on this low, kept going down, but now we're picking up this volume back into here. So we'll have to see. So what questions you guys have? Any tickers you want me to look at, or? Hey, Ben, how are you? Hey, Pretty, James, Drew, Mark, Heath, Challenge Trader, nice. Usam. Talk about the red bubbles. Man, we've seen mostly green bubbles though today, Ben. Breaking through all-time highs like this. This is an ORB trader's, dream day. Just every time we break, we keep buying and breaking higher. So a little bit of selling here on NQ. Finally, it was up in a good spot. When Thor was at the airport calling me and asking me if I could fill in for him, we were looking at the markets while he was standing there trying to get checked in. But now we're just shopping. We're kind of just finding an area and fading off. But, looking right here, not too thrilled about this. So I don't know. We're going to have to see if this gets any higher, if it'll do anything. Let's see. Take a look at Tesla. Yeah. What's Tesla? I think Tesla, yeah, it's been selling most of today, going against the market. So, come on, fingers. There we go. So And let's go to 15. What's it in? Higher range, wider day. We can get down to S3. Let me throw an alert there too. We can get down to S3. Let's see what happens. This might be fun. So that'll be a good spot. And let's look at how the setup is. S3, we got a nice fair value gap here. That's looking good. Let's see what it looks like on the 5. So these are the kind of things I look for. An area where we bought off before, where we're looking to buy again, see if we still have that buyer there. But yeah, this might be a good spot. I like that we have these gaps on the 5 and 15. What's it look like on the hourly? Been a little bit. So not the best. What are we looking on the daily? Made a new low. Kind of rejecting off this daily gap here. So if this can get back down, this might be good. R3 might be a good spot for this. But we're selling. So we need some buying to come in. You know, if we're looking at the bubbles here, the dots, just look how big and violent these down the selling is here on these down candles. And we're not matching that on the buying. We're just getting weak pullbacks into areas, then selling off again. You know, stairs up, elevator down. Chutes and ladders, I think, is the term Thor's been using lately. But if this is going to change and we're going to look for somewhere to reverse, for me, this would be more of a scalp, just a scalp off this level as it starts to come back into some of these areas and taking profits in here, rather than just looking for a big full move, because we have broke the opening range already. So the likelihood that we go and break the top side isn't very high. But if we're going to buy, this will be our spot. So we've got some good support here. So let's see. I set an alert. If this alert goes off, let's see if we gets down here and what's going on. But I mean, we're looking good. We're filling into the top side. So the book is looking very bullish. Mostly it's just looking pretty balanced all the way up to there. This is a pretty balanced book. A little bullish on the bullish side, but you know, this order will start to fill in. So, you know, we're looking to get down here, which would be great. What do we have lower than that? Oh, this is nice. Look at this void right here. It's starting to fill in as we come in, but we're filled in a lot more to the top side. So this 26 area and this looks pretty good right now. Let's see. MYM coming up to an area. But yeah, it looks pretty good. CRCL. Let's go here. Well, it's a nice price stock. What's it done? I don't think I'm familiar with this one, but let's go through. It's looking bullish on the daily. You know, this looks like a little bit of rejection and coming back down, but we got a nice gap here. Let's go to the 4. This looks nice. Wide pivots. We got S3 down here. I mean, R3 is looking pretty good too. Honestly, S3 or R3, playing it in here, this looks pretty good. We'll see on the 1 hour. Yeah, we've got support here on the 1 hour with this gap, so it's looking even better now. This is really nice, right up into this area. What's that, like 236.70? And then we got the 15. Let's see what we got. Getting into a 15-minute fair value gap right there and rejecting off of it. But what do we have? We've got we've got that nice area there. So we get up to R3, not quite that much. What do we got on the 5? Let's see. Yeah, not quite as much support, a little bit of a sell-off right here. That would be nice. But yeah, S3, I'll even throw an alert here. And we'll throw in an alert here. And let's see what happens. Now let's look at the book. I do like to look at the charts, get a little bit of technical analysis before I do look at the book, just so I make sure what I'm seeing, I'm not letting the book completely bias me in my opinion. Still making higher lows. If we break this low right here, we could get into some fun. But our book's pretty bullish. Where was our S3 at? R3 235, so we got an order up there. Overall, institutionally bullish. We've got some nice stacked orders up here. So we're pretty void down here. I would say the intention is to get up to this area. So we're looking at a pullback to VWAP now. That might be a nice area. Let's see. Right there. What do we have at VWAP? Not much here. So let me set an alert right here. Let's see if it can get there. But we're looking good. This is good price action. Nice big pullbacks into areas, but higher lows, higher highs. Now we're consolidating a little bit. Maybe sweep under. Grab some stops, sweep under this area right into VWAP, and then continue that higher up into these areas. Because you can see we're pretty void. We're not filled in very well to the downside, but really, really nice to the upside. Like 235 looks like a good spot. Hey, Gabbard, PLTR. Let's see. So how do we look on the daily? Very bullish on the daily. Very, very bullish. How's our 4? Very bullish on the 4. See how we're holding this gap right here? That's nice. That's real nice. Ooh, if it could come back and get S3. Let's see. Set that alert too. That looks like a good spot. How are we looking on the 1 for S3? You know, not quite, a little bit messy through here. So let's go to the 15. Yeah, not the best on the 15. Let's see if the 5's giving us anything. So I want to see these gaps. I want it to give me a reason. Ooh, that was really nice. When was this? Right this morning? Oh, that's beautiful. Right, yeah, right in that 15 or that 5 gap. Wonder what that looked like on the 1. Didn't really come back to retest. So kind of high and this low and a higher high. I would have liked an entry right here, about right there. Didn't quite come back and retest. Then you are going into R3 right off of that. It is a lower range, but this S3 is looking pretty good. Right off of R4 too. Yeah, it didn't really come back. Like here I would look for my entry. I'd want it about right here, but it's not really coming back to try to get to retest those entries. But then we go to the book. Let's see. That's a nice rejection too there. Ah. Let me see if this fills in. So we got this void down here. That would get us down to our S3, but we're filled in really to the top. I bet PLTR is so strong, the book's just ridiculously bullish. Yeah, it's looking pretty bullish to the top side. I bet 160 is going to be the big one. Yeah. So institutionally overall, I mean, it's still very bullish. It's looking very bullish. Yeah, and this looks like a big area of interest up here. So kind of hanging around, but you know, nice volume. This pullback, we find it right at VWAP. Buying starts to pick up some. So that's looking pretty good. Our buying's picking up here. This is a good bounce. Matching our VPA right here with this bounce. Pushing up. So we just need a hold over this area. Maybe another test of VWAP and a move higher. but you do have some selling to run through. Let's see. Amazon. Let me get rid of some of these. So thinking R4 short on Amazon. Let's see about it. Right, it's right there. So higher range, wide, plated call. That's nice. Are you using TradingView for these plays? See, I don't really need that anymore. Now I want to see the book. So daily, very bullish on the daily. 4-hour bullish. Is it at all-time highs? Trying to see if it's into like any gaps up here. That was a big sell-off from. Okay, we're in a bearish fair value gap on the 4. Where are we at on the 1? Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up, buddy?
How you doing? Did you finally get through?
Um, yeah, finally got through security. I'm actually getting logged in now and trying to get the YouTube picked up. Could you hear the can tell I'm stuck in an airport.
Yeah, we're looking at Amazon right now. We got a question. It's right at R4 on a wide day, but man, it looks bullish overall. I mean, even the book, we're looking at the book and it looks pretty bullish.
I mean,
So
it's
I'm
definitely
not,
in the right spot to look for
yeah,
sellers, and I think the VPA is showing an elevated amount of selling over
yeah.
buying here at this level. So I do like that quite a bit. It is a wide higher range, so we wouldn't want to play out, especially with ATR being inside of R6, right? So we'd probably look to play. If we go short here, there's a ATR low is sitting right at S4, right where it should be. So I mean, it fits the play, that's for sure.
It's still just not building down to the bottom side. That's the only issue
We have a little bit
that
of
we
bid
have.
coming into the book right now,
Yeah,
actually, and we're voiding out a little bit above 228 spot 10.
yeah. I'd still like to see this fill in quite a bit more. We got 226, that order's coming in. See if it helps fill in some stuff.
All right, I almost got the chat. Yeah, I'm actually living in an airport now. For the YouTube, like that movie with Tom Hanks,
Yeah,
you know.
of the guy that lived
So
there in the
I'm
airport.
I'm just like, hey, here I go, right? So, hey, everybody out there, you should be able to see me pretty well now because I think Carlos has me patched through. Yeah, you can see me. So good to see everybody. I did a little traveling this weekend and had some fun. So I actually got to the airport 2 hours early so I could be on time for the show today, and then realized that the gate attendant didn't open till 10:45. So that didn't really help my whole plans very much. So, but we're here, and I don't really have a major thing going. We're really at premium now on a lot of our market, like NQ and ES are all very high right now. So and starting to lose some volume. So it'll be really interesting to see if we start to engage some more selling from here. Like NQ looks like it's really been absorbing and picking up sellers here. So we're at monthly R3 as well on MNQ, which is generically a place where we can really get some good selling.
Challenge Trader, I literally got one tick away from getting filled. So no, I didn't get filled on that. I got one tick away.
Which one were you in today?
Uh, I've just been messing around on YM and M2K. I got stopped out on YM, but M2K I'm still in on. It's looking a lot better. But I set some orders up on MNQ and MES, and my order like literally one tick away on MES. And it's still kind of holding. NQ looks like it really does want to sell off. And then here's
I
somebody was
like
asking,
Amazon here.
yeah.
I do
And
think Amazon looks like it's setting up here pretty nicely.
then we had somebody asking about CRCL and pretty bullish book. It's testing VWAP right now, but we're really picking up on the sell side. Like our buying has really died off and the selling's really started to pick up through here. So it
It'll be
doesn't look,
interesting to see what we do here for sure.
yeah, we're
Any
still
thoughts on OKLO? Let's take a look at it. And then Nathan or Thor, can you show us an example of algos using a grid setup on any stock?
A grid setup.
I'm not sure, but I'm familiar with the term grid setup. Could you maybe elaborate on that for me? OKLO looks very bearish on the order book at first glance. Yeah.
Yeah, CRCL's lost structure. So this volume picking up, coming through VWAP, and now getting this far through VWAP and really just leaning into the bid, finding no buyers. I would say like this is a no-go. You would need to see this buying come in and then come back and retest over, but yeah, that was a big no-go.
So thoughts on OKLO? Someone was asking. So OKLO has a lot going against it right now for being a trade. And so it's a little too low to be a buy in this range, but we are really close to the ATR low. So, but it's not a really good sell, even though the order book's really bearish. So for me, it would be very difficult for me to play a continuation play on this one to the south side, although it likely is a continuation play to the south side, if that makes sense. I'm not in love with the range.
Look at that absorption that just hit right there on OKLO too.
I mean, they're bringing in a really large order at $66.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like at least wants to test there, which would be right about at the ATR low. But high range.
Is everyone in the room, y'all all good with just going through trades and just analyzing the book and kind of just helping you guys look through different stuff? Thumbs up if that's what y'all want. You know, if you want any major topics, you're welcome to ask. But for now, if you guys just call tickers, Nathan and I can take a look at things and tell you what we're seeing. But otherwise, if there's any like other questions or stuff you have like that, feel free to feel free to ask. We'll work it into the mix. But let's keep an eye on some of these tickers. Cool. All right, so QBTS, I'm gonna load up here.
You said QBTS?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So QBTS for me has a relatively bullish order book. So it looks like it's trying to break out to the top side. And it's already moved well outside of its usual ATR, so it is deviating today. So that being said, its ATR low is basically already at low of day. So this one could become very, very choppy here. Also, monthly R6 on this one. It's very, very high on the month. So I have a lot of trouble going long here, but I may be willing to, maybe do something otherwise. It may be a short setup, but it's been a lot of buying this morning. So it might just be choppy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got a nice push. Picking up the volume over that high.
I seem correct. Yeah, those were not as good of an R of shorts today because the ranges were relatively narrow, and the ATR had a lot of potential on the market today. So if anything, it's more of a short setup now, or it has been since like 10:30, I think, when we caved in front of this large order set. And we've got plenty of bid to the downside now, so we can run lower on MQ if we want to.
Yeah, just this QBTS, we got this void up here going into 22. But I mean, it's lifting right into the ask, and nice big green bubbles. This is good, healthy price action for a long.
Tanya, where are you short from? Are you short from like anywhere like above 565, 50? Like I think like I mean, if you're short right now, there's a really solid chance you've got premium right now. I can't. I mean, it can. Of course, it can go higher because this market is crazy, and right now there's a lot of forced hedging going on right now. I mean, we're at premium, so the higher we go, the higher we can go, because our options hedges are going to have to cover when the buying comes in. So, I mean, it just is what it is. So, but today was, I mean, look at the very strong on QQQ. We had an incredibly strong open, almost a full engulfing, which is, I mean, incredibly strong open. And then the response to that was more buying. So we looked very powerful at the open. So, and because of the narrow range, right, it actually ended up doing a inside out basically, which is we have these happen in higher narrow ranges. We let it open in the mid range, it comes out, you buy R4 for the breakout. So it called that play, the HP. And so if you have my trading view indicators, right, and you have the settings set to Thor mode, it called that breakout play right there. So you could have went long there, put your stop under the line, and easily hit a target today. So I don't have a preference to whether it's an inside day or an outside day. I just play the plays. I have plays for each. If they're narrow ranges, I play out. If they're wider ranges, I tend to play back in. Right. So this one was called this way because it was a very clean breakout play today. Unfortunately, I was in a security line, so I wasn't able to take any trades today. So I'm just coming in and hanging out with y'all for an hour before I jump on a plane.
So Ben,
RDDT.
I'm trying to find some algo activity in here, but I'm not really seeing like a ton. Let's see. Like this kind of price action here, selling off in that area at the same time, 31. This is a kind of price action you'd want to see. Like if you're ready to short at a R4 or an R3 on a lower range day. But I'm also looking at the candles, and to me, it doesn't really look like any big institutional player or market maker, somebody came in to really grab price and force it down. So I also like to match that and make sure I see on the chart, like I want to see big red candles down and gaps within those 1 minute candles. And really we were just chopping around, but I mean, this is a pretty good rejection just on the book itself, but I'm really just not seeing anything specifically that would show me that an algorithm is trying to take over and really sell. We just keep offering higher and we just keep buying higher, but we really don't have any type of sell algorithm kind of coming in and holding up price, or coming in and going against price or really holding up price. Here you can see this algorithm just slightly shifted this order up here. Here's an algorithm coming in, putting an order in just over the top. Like this is the kind of stuff you want to see. If this order stays here, it could be resistance. But if this order starts getting pulled and added here and pulled and added higher, that would be kind of a footprint of an algorithm leading orders up into a target order. But nothing that I can just see that's really sticking out that I could show you. But I did get filled on ES, so we'll see what happens here.
So two things. One, I'm gonna talk about Reddit real quick, and then more importantly, the room wants to know, who is that above your head? Is that Jordan?
Oh,
Someone's
Michael
asking, is that
Jordan.
Jordan above your head
Yes,
in the
of course it
background
is.
there?
Yeah, that's good old Mike. I'm a huge Jordan fan, so I'm
So
a bigger Jordan fan than probably most people should be.
no way, he's awesome. On Reddit, so Reddit's order book actually looks relatively bearish to me. And it would seem like I think Nathan's screen's still up. But if you have average volume on your charts, you can see that the majority of our volume on larger candles that move the price is on the sell side. So we have a bearish order book, and it would look like we're selling easier than we're buying. So although we're in more of a buying range, being above S3, it doesn't really feel like it's a buy to me. So I would, and it is a higher, wider range, but it hasn't started buying yet. This is the spot to look for buyers, though. But as of right now, we had a bit of a buy at the open that was absorbed into a very narrow ranged indecision candle. And then we pushed up towards the highs, but on weak volume. So right now, it just doesn't look good. I think Reddit would be a very difficult trade today.
Amazon's looking good. I know somebody was asking about Amazon. The only thing that I don't like is I'm not seeing a lot of just big red bubbles and a lot of green on the way down. But I mean, this rejection is great. That's a great rejection. We had more buying within that rejection. You can see our VPA does show we're selling, but these are just bearish
I mean,
candles.
DPA wise, it looks like we're selling.
Yeah.
I mean, in this area, all of our large volumes on our sell candles. So I feel pretty good about Amazon doing a sell here. I don't think it's, with all the buying, we haven't moved up into that order block above us.
No.
I mean, so it's kind of absorbing in front of that order block. And we've got, look at 227's got some new orders coming in.
Yeah. Yeah, and I like the lower highs and the lower lows. I would like to see some bigger red bubbles, but if it can come
Yeah.
back up and test and you get those big red dots coming in and a big forceful move down, that would be an indication that somebody's coming in to sell.
So on SPY, someone was asking about SPY. So I want to actually look at this moment right now on SPY. I think this will be very interesting. Maybe Nathan, if you want to pull up a SPY chart. So if you look, we've set our IB high on SPY, but we did that just after 10:30 with an isolated pivot. We're now re-offering that high right now. And your answer and your question should ask yourself, as we offered that high, what was the response? Did we engulf through it and buy it? Or did we wick through it and then run away? So far, that initial attempt was on relatively low volume and it wicked into that high and then got pushed out. So these are the kind of areas I would not be able to buy in this range right now. If anything, I think the SPY looks like it's setting up to be a short. But how far it goes, I don't know. Statistically, we're above our IB, our initial balance range. So the statistics on this making a nice full run actually kind of go in the toilet a little bit. So we could just end up chopping out a good portion of the rest of the day. So just be really cautious with your positioning, not to get too over committed. When it flushes, it'll be nice, but it doesn't look like it's quite there yet. Kind of like Amazon, right? We're in the right range, but we're just not seeing enough selling to feel comfortable selling yet.
Yeah, and this is like we're filling in. You can see how hard the SPY is to read. I think I went over this last week. Just these bracketing algos make it really hard, but you can see as you look back over time where the orders were that this book is starting to fill out to the downside and looking a little lean on the top side. But we look at ES, which is what I would prefer to look at over SPY, and we're still buying through. So my stop is up here at 75. I did get filled, so I may end up getting stopped out on this one. But we are filling in nicely to the downside, but still our book on ES has been a little thin to the top side, and we just keep buying through and offering through. So, but you can just see the difference. This is so much easier to look at and read than the SPY book, especially you start getting in close to price action on the SPY, and it's just a mess. Like this is
Getting
just
a bit of
really hard.
absorption here on the NQ at this level. Like it seems like when we get up here, we kind of absorb right around this 23,400 area. But
Yeah,
we're
we had that.
tearing a little bit more to the top side. It looks like they might try and squeeze again.
Yeah, we had that big sell right through here too. Like this would be the spot.
There's no structure. I was looking at Amazon again. There's no structure like up to the next big order. It's very interesting how they're rallying right now. All the buying coming in.
This day has been an ORB trader's like dream day.
Dream, right?
Seriously, like this is the area on Amazon where you'd be looking, but I mean, look at how big these candles are and this buying up through. I mean, this is
But yeah, I mean that's
keeps
so weak.
offering higher.
But the buying is so weak. Like it's getting up here into premium, but it's not doing it on volume. It feels so trappy.
Yeah, I'd like to see just a slam down, just a seller coming in and like making themselves known. Like if we could get it here, like that would be a good indication of algo activity, but we really don't have anybody coming in. Looking to trap these buyers up in here, sell off, get a few more of them to come in, but our volume really is picking up on this. So you'd like to see a weaker test. You'd like to see some weaker volume coming in here and then a big seller just come in and slam price down. Well, I was wondering if we were going to throw in a pivot candle right here and just start going sideways on this buying for a second. Yeah, get some topping tails like these tweezers over here, because this is where you're going to expect a seller to come in.
I like that, Ben. Thanks for the reminder there. We're doing trade analysis today, which is what you guys wanted. You want us to stay focused a little bit. And remember, I asked everybody last week, what did y'all want more? And some of you said live trading, right? So I was thinking Mondays will be live trading Mondays. So we'll make sure every single Monday when the markets, open on its first day, we'll make sure from 11 to 12, whoever I have on, just myself or like Nathan or whatever, I'm going to try and have Gary L. I was actually talking to. I might have come into this segment in a week for a Monday, as well as I think I'm going to have Lenny in maybe even I don't know if it's tomorrow or next Tuesday. So it should be a lot of fun. So, but anyway, so just keep that in there. But thumbs up, like, subscribe, you know what to do. And I mean, look how much I love you. I trade from an airport on a murder chair probably right now.
Yeah, somebody was asking about AMD earlier. This looks like a stop run on AMD at the moment. Some liquidation happening. We're coming in.
So we were in a
coming into these
lower,
areas,
wider
these lows.
range.
Yeah.
We were in a low, wide range on this thing. It should not have gone as high as it went. So if this thing starts to sell, it's going to sell. How's its order book looking on AMD?
It's looking pretty good to the downside.
We
Because
just had a big,
we're stopping out. We're stopping out everybody. We're stopping out a bunch of buyers. So we're clearing the top side of the book and adding to the downside.
NQ just absorbed a big buy, and there was a market structure shift ever so slightly. Watch for selling here.
Yeah, that's what we want to see.
Same thing with Amazon. Look, they just tiered 3 orders to the downside, 227.80, 227.50, and 227 flat with a quarter in between. So they absorbed that big order and then tiered. So this is more like it. Ben, yeah, murder chair. I'm actually in a pretty cozy chair this time, so I can't complain. I actually found this nice, like lifted counter. Actually, I think I want to get one of those desks in my office that I can stand at.
You should.
Kind of like Andrew has. I like standing.
I can't because of this ceiling here.
Well, yeah, you'd
I
be
would
like
know.
making out with Jordan the whole time.
Yeah, I would. If you standing behind me, creepy. So let's see. Let's see if we can get this seller in here again. Yeah, we're still lifting. So Charo, how I use the imbalance, look for imbalance on the book. One quick way, like if you have Global Plus on Bookmap or you have the Schwab version, this order imbalance indicator up here in the top right, this really helps you just have a quick view of imbalance. But other than that, it's just getting used to looking at the book. I tell traders that I work with all the time, looking back at your candles, looking back at the historical price action on Bookmap is like looking in the rear view mirror of your car. Check what's going on behind you and what's happened behind you to get an idea of what may happen again. You can see here we had this seller and this selling coming in, and we're getting back in and testing that area. And like we were talking about, this is where we would expect to sell in this area and lifting up higher. Now we're getting a little bit of selling coming in and a revision kind of where we would expect it. So we're seeing the price action we want to see because we saw it before. And then looking for the imbalance, I like to use that indicator up there just for a quick glance, but also looking in my left and right mirrors, up and down the book. Over here, we can see we're pretty bullish. We got some big solid orders up to the top side, but we also have some stuff coming into the downside and we're filled in. We're filled in nicely to the downside to get this move. So everything is lining up with what you want to see for a trade. And yeah, you want to see some of these orders start coming off as we fade back down and get some of these buyers trapped and start stopping them out. You want to see these orders start coming off the book and more orders being added lower, just so you know where the imbalance is then. So now the imbalance is to the downside. Right now we're a little bit bullish and the imbalance is to the upside. That's why we need to see the selling coming in, and that's why we take our trades in areas where we know selling has occurred before and expecting it to happen again. And if it's not happening and giving the setup, then it's not a trade.
We should have been looking at NVIDIA, actually. NVIDIA had a really interesting open that held R3 on a lower range, and it offered there a bunch. I mean, it was really clean. It even set its IBR and did not break it. So there's a lot on this one that's, really, there's some interesting stuff here. So man, really good explanation there, Nathan. I really like that a lot, man.
Yeah, it's just look at your surroundings. I don't know if any of you have ever taken CPR. I've been a licensed pharmacist for 20 years. So I don't even know how many CPR classes I've taken. But it's the first thing they always tell you when you're going in to help someone that looks like they're unconscious is make sure the area is clear. And you kind of need to do that when you're trading too. Like make sure, this is a good area. The area is clear and it's good. It's the setup for you and you're seeing the price action you want to see. So that's kind of the first step you need when you're looking for a trade and to line everything up. It all has to look right. And that's just seat time and studying and journaling and seeing what it is that works and what doesn't work for you and then lining all of that up.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more, man. That's really good. I mean, so, and there's a lot about that. Like, how long do you think like you were trading before? Because I mean, obviously, I've been around for a lot of your journey.
Mhm.
What do you feel like has really been like how long do you feel like you were in the market before you started really getting comfortable, like getting that kind of that
It
feel?
was, it was, so trading, I studied I read Andrew's book in like April of 2020 and then actually started, practicing trading probably like November of that year. So, it was probably what, 3.5 years to get comfortable and find a system and find what works for me and get used to seeing the right things, making a lot of mistakes. And you're
Mm.
going to make a lot of mistakes. So that's okay.
I think that's
Not a
an
problem.
important subject to hit right there, making a lot of mistakes, right?
Yeah.
How
And
many of
it's
us out
okay.
here feel like it's like, it's our job to be like perfect, you know what I mean? It's like you got to win every trade, you got to do well on every trade. And actually, for everyone who's going to come by, what I think Dr. V on Wednesday, we're going to be talking about kind of the grief process that you have to go through and all of that. Like, that as you're going through this trading, this acceptance of it not really being what you think and having it take longer. You thought it was going to be fast. So you get all of these different emotions coming through that, dude. I think it's going to be a really fun subject.
Yeah, I mean, I will tell you, like trading, I think you talked about this probably last week. Trading will make you a better person. It will, if you want
Mm,
to be successful at this, you want to make this work, you're going to have to address personality and character issues that may keep you from trading. So if you want this to work and some of those character issues and personality traits keep coming up and keep you from being profitable and successful, you need to deal with it. Several times I've had stuff come up and I've taken time away from trading just to figure that out because I'm like, well, this is something that just keeps coming up in my life anyway, all the time. So if this is holding me back, I want to be successful at this. So I need to figure this out. I need to work on this.
man, that's so true. I mean, we've been saying that for how many years now? Like, no one told me when I bought Andrew's book that it meant I was going to have to become a better person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, from, shoot, physical transformations of trying to, like, because, accountability wasn't just good enough
Hmm.
for, just to do that. And, it's kind of wild.
Yeah. And it's a great thing because you're going to be a better person overall. 100%.
And you share those traits. So interestingly enough, I think traders that find an easier time making progress in trading is actually people who are emotionally intelligent. I actually don't think being able to, so often you find that artists and musicians and even gamers, like people you would never really expect to excel at a technical financial aspect, do insanely well in trading because they're self-reflective. They're emotionally intelligent. They can accept loss. They've already had struggle in their life. So struggling to trade doesn't really hurt them. But like some people that come into this trading thing, there's been a successful CEO their whole life. They've worked hard. It's all on their own. Don't get me wrong, but they've won. and they're just winning all the time. They've been winning their whole lives. And when you get into trading, you're not allowed to win. Like, that's not how this works. You lose to make money in trading. You know what I mean? You will lose more, if not as often as you win. Just when you win, you will offset those losses with positive P&L. You know what I mean? It's a game of actually prolonged exposure to loss for momentary and brief moments of victory and winning, and being able to capitalize on those, which is very counterintuitive to any business venture you will ever be on in your entire life. No business ever has that kind of a model, but yet in trading it does, which is why I think a lot of big financial, people who come in, oh, I've been a institutional trader at a bank for the past 20 years, but they can't day trade, right? Because day trade's a performance art, right? Just like music, just like it's more like being an athlete, like being a pro football player or being a pro baseball player. It's a performance endeavor, much more than anything else. So I think those are the main traits that are really, really important for you to develop if you want to be a successful day trader. You need to develop critical thinking skills, and you need to develop emotional intelligence, the ability to be able to be self-reflective.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And there's a great book too. It's called Emotional Intelligence. I'm trying to remember. Goldman, I think, is the author, and it's a fantastic book. Even comes in an Audible book that you can listen to, and it will give you a huge insight. I'm a pharmacist, so I understand as much about how the body works as, probably more than I do about the markets, and I use what I know every day. Knowing about stress hormones and knowing when anxiety picks up, and then knowing when I really don't have a lot of cognitive function. You get too excited, you get too euphoric or too down, and you really start to lose kind of that perception of reality and really thinking hard about things.
Ben. Ben says dealing with gas and heartburn. Which Pepsid would you recommend? Wait, no, I'm just kidding. That's funny.
Pepsi's good.
One of the things,
Pepsi's good. Prilosec.
one of the things I think is a thing to do. Most people's watches, if you have like an iWatch or something like that, is actually equipped with a heart rate monitor. And so you can turn it on while you're trading. And I can tell you right now, if your heart rate is elevating while you're trading, you are being emotionally impacted in this moment. You know what I mean? And if you see and you notice a correlation between certain moments, your heart, your own body's responses to your trading can tell you, maybe you have too many positions on, maybe you're oversized, maybe you're undersized. Like you're in a position, you're just not going to make the money. So you're anxious because you just want to get out of the position so you can do something else. Like your biometrics can really help you clean, because if you have anxiety, if you're stressed, and you go too deep into your amygdala, you're just going to go crazy. You're going to overtrade. You're going to fire lots of random stuff, and then wake up at the end of your trading day going, "Oh my God, what happened?"
Well, at the TEDx event, there was a gentleman who talked about heart rate variability. And so what that
I
is,
remember that.
it matches your breathing with your heart rate. And so the easiest way to control your heart rate is to control your breathing. You slow down your breathing, deep breathing. That will start to slow down your heart rate. You do very shallow, fast breathing, that will get your heart pumping a lot faster, because the more oxygen that comes in, the slower your heart has to beat in order to spread that oxygen out to all the cells of your body. There's an app that I use called Inner Balance that comes with a little earpiece that you put on there, and it will show you, and I'll use that sometimes when I'm trading just to see that I'm calm and that my heart rate variability, my lungs and my heart are working together to help control that stability. And that actually helps like quite a bit. It's a great app. It teaches you how to breathe, basically how to box breathe in order to control that heart rate and that variability. So I highly recommend it.
Tanya says the coffee isn't helping. The coffee, Soxel, by the way, it looks like it's starting to sell a little bit here. Which, since it rejected its R6, it actually is a short play there on this with this open. Someone was asking about Soxel earlier. Actually, looks like it's starting to sell a little bit, but not for nothing, Tanya. The caffeine may not be a horrible thing depending on your wiring. I have ADHD. A little bit on the Asperger's side, so a little caffeine for me, just enough, actually kind of helps me focus a bit. rather than making me hyper. But if you do feel like you're having like two like big old tall boys in the morning, and you're sitting at your desk and your hands are shaking, right? Like maybe not go down that, maybe go for the not the venti or something, right? Maybe just hammer the little one. Does anyone actually know the name of the little one? What are they like? I
Espresso?
don't. No. You go to Starbucks. There's
Oh,
sizes, but I only know the grand, like the big one. Like, does anyone know what the small? Anyway, not important. I'll
don't
never buy it. Um, Thor,
Oh,
I really
and
liked what you said last time. Hope is bottomless well in either direction. Natalia, that's exactly right. You know what I mean? Hope is a dead man's errand in the stock market, especially. But it's a crazy emotion because it's so powerful. Nothing really can kill it. Hope is just this amazing thing. But because nothing can kill it, that includes pain, right? So if you allow hope to govern your trading, then you're gonna hold for too long, maybe, and you're gonna hold, in either direction. Hope isn't a model that you can trade off of. If it's the market is built on hope. You know what I mean? People buying premium right now, hoping the market's going to keep going up for the next 3 months. You know what I mean? That's I forget what is that Shawshank quote? Do you remember that, Nathan? I love that quote. It's the hope, and gosh,
I don't remember that. It's probably been a
from
long
Shawshank
time since
Redemption, there's this
I've seen that
hope is
movie.
the killer of all man or something like that. It was a really Oh, I'll have to look it up. Hope is a good thing and no good thing ever dies. That's what it was. Hope is a good thing and no good thing ever dies.
Oh, and
So, but
Kumar
but
asked Kumar asked earlier if the candlestick charts augment bookmap for me, or the other way around. I
mm,
would say they bring everything together for me. So I only really have a day's worth of data from the morning for bookmap. So definitely I have to use a candlestick chart to look back, start at the weekly, daily, and then kind of go down there and see, okay, we've been bullish, we've been bearish, how are we looking? And then how is that changing across the different time frames that I'm going through? So, you really, if you're going to change direction and start selling off after a strong buy, it really starts on the 1 minute, and then it moves to the 5, the 15, the hour, and so on. And so I look back the other way. I look at the
hey,
big picture and then zoom in.
yoink up while you're finishing, pull up the book map on Mara while you're looking. So Maro is a crazy clean R3 short today. Wide lower range. I mean, it wicked R3. High of day is like the same exact level. It's beautiful.
And
The order book was also beautifully bearish. I mean, so what a lovely ticker Mara would have been today to spot. I'll have to put Mara more on my watch list after seeing such a clean response like that. I'm gonna add Mara into my watch list now. So because that was just too pretty.
I bet that at R3, I bet that was the cam algo.
It's so
I
pretty.
guarantee
It's a
that looks like,
perfect isolated pivot right there.
well,
Oh yeah, look at that. Jeez, look at the order at
that's
$20 sitting right on top of the pivot with no structure above it. God, that's
that
so clean.
that is exactly what you want to see
Oh,
on a cam.
that was the one right there. That was beautiful.
Yeah, and look at these nice big candles coming down. Bam. And then this move right here, right after we reoffered, made another lower high, and then just sold off.
Wow. That's pretty. Unfortunately, I don't think that, I mean, this one's probably going to complete its transition to ATR low. It'll probably run down under $19, maybe get down to
This,
like 1880.
yeah, this is exactly what you
Oh,
want to see.
that's pretty. No, I was in the security. I'm in the airport today, and I was going through security when the market was opening, and I was on my cell phone, and I didn't, the market really didn't open. It actually did a really clean trending breakout, but I was checking in my bag when it did that. So I saw the alert go off on my phone too. I was like, no, I'm checking in, going
Look
through
at
security.
look at this five
So,
minute chart. Look at that. This is your favorite.
gosh, I know it's so
This
pretty.
is chart porn to Thor. He prints
Uh,
these out and looks at them before he goes to bed.
I really do.
That's that
I tape
you're
them
not
up in
gonna
like a
see
trifold, so when I open it, it like falls open, like so, like the old school way.
yeah, this is
I mean, that's probably an A++ setup for Thor.
Yeah, yeah,
Kicked
that would
right
have been a
into
good
it,
one, man.
and then this hammer right there.
Hey,
Shooting
Robert,
star.
Robert in the chat room, do you play Mara often? Does it seem to set up like this fairly often? I mean, I know Bitcoin and a lot of the other plays work really well. I just haven't been. All right, yeah, I added it on my watch list now, so it'll be included on my scanner calls. So thank you for bringing that one. I don't have a minimum volume to watch for a ticker, Michael. It just, I like enough volume that it's moving. But I'm not really too concerned about it. Like right now, the R vol is only like 40% on Mara, but that's okay. Why is everything bleeding so hard? We're there, to Makano. We're there. We're at monthly R3 on the indices, right? So we're in the selling range on the month and the indices. This is the spot. We should start seeing selling now. We've
Yeah,
been rallying for weeks, or for like 2 weeks now, squeezing up into this area. But this is the area algorithmically it should happen from, and that sell on Qs there is pretty amazing.
this is nice. I'm really excited about this. Yeah, we start breaking these lows right here, we could hit a stop run. So that'll mean these buyers in through here need to start getting out, and their stops are going to be at this area. And as soon as we hit those stops are going to hit market orders, and we're just going to run the book.
Yeah, look at the volume starting to come now as we move lower.
Well,
I mean,
look
it's
at
very good.
look how the shading here. I don't know if you guys
Yeah,
see this shading, how the book is clearing.
yeah. Show them the
People are
void
starting to
above.
stop out. We're getting that clearing on the top side, and look how these orders are being added in as that book is clearing. You look right across
Tonya,
the line.
Tonya, are you still short Qs? If you are, this is what you were looking for. This is good news.
Yeah. ES2.
Yeah, nice, nice. I mean, this is sector wide. Everything's hitting right now. I bet Nvidia started too.
Oh, guaranteed.
Yeah, look at Nvidia. See what I mean? Right off of the spot. Right, look at that back test to R3. Please. What a day.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. Nice. Some of y'all got short. Good, 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 good. Oh, PLTR too?
Yeah.
Of course, PLTR too. For your safety and security, please do not stock trade at the airport.
We cannot guarantee your fills.
We cannot guarantee your internet service will allow for good fills. Please avoid the spread at all costs.
Slippage may occur.
Slippage may occur.
Yeah, let's get this thing going on NQ and ES, so I can be done for the day.
Let's go.
And for any of you BBT members that are in here, my bookmap webinar will start here in just a little bit. As soon as
Make
we
sure you
jump
guys
off
go
here, I'll
by
be
his
opening up the
bookmap webinar. Don't forget to, and I'll have Carlos post as we're signing off. BBT does have a promotion code for bookmap. So if you're looking to start utilizing bookmap, we can help you out a little bit with some promo action, save you a few percent. Not everybody needs the big global version. I actually find like the lighter version isn't too bad. I know Nathan here basically runs the Rolls-Royce version. Full premium with all the bells, whistles, and it also, says sweet nothings to you if you stop out of a trade in properly. It's very, 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 I don't know how he got that version.
Gives
I
me
don't know how he got that version actually.
a nice
The
hug.
target on QQQ would be a liquidation down to 560. Maybe a $5 drop. So, all right, everybody, it is noon. Thank you so much for coming by the show. Don't forget, got a lot packed up for you for the rest of the week. So Dr. V Wednesday, some live trading, lots of fun stuff. So make sure you're on here 11 to 12 every day. We'll see you soon. Nathan, thanks for covering this morning, buddy.
Absolutely.
Always
Yeah,
great
I'll
having
be
you
back.
with me, man.
I'll be back
Friday,
guys. So get your questions ready.
Yep, Nathan back on Friday. We'll see you then, brother.
Have a good one.
Oh, my gates changed to 27.